Gentlemen, suck my dick.
It's the SHOGUNCAST, the most dangerous cultural podcast on the internet. With your host, the Bane of the Woke, the Harbinger Heritage, the Mad Shogun, Aaron Alexander. Featuring the man who doesn't need to stay frosty because he's always frosty, Snowman. And the id of the Shogunate and frequent visitor to the principal's office, the Mad Dog Matt Wheaton. Plus a random cast around the internet that could drop in from time to time. And now, from Central Florida, overlooking the shores of the Gulf of America, around the internet and into your devices, let's get ready to rumble! Good evening, dear viewer. It is I, the Bane of the Woke, the Harbinger Heritage, the Mad Shogun, Aaron Alexander, and this is the SHOGUNCAST for January 14th, 2026. Woo! We have a lot to cover tonight, especially on one topic as we're going to Lear that there's some more crap going on in Minnesota. Also, we're going to touch base a little bit about a certain game certain little bit of propaganda that's going on in the UK, and we say goodbye to a dear friend of ours. And we're going to be doing that first, but it's not a sad day. So you know what? Get my damn saxophone. How you doing, 343? What's up, my man? How you doing? All right. Where are you? Good evening, gentlemen.
Yo, all I gotta say is this. That situation in Minnesota, woof.
Oh, tell me about it. And a new video dropped tonight. So that does change a little bit of the show structure for tonight because we're going to be dedicating a lot to that new Nick Shirley video. But
oh yeah.
So, but as you already know, since last time we streamed, well, I got my X account back.
Yes.
Oh,
and that's a good thing.
Croc saved my ass, and I'll tell you what I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do here, and how I did it. I'm just going to go ahead and post this on the chat. Let me see if I can find that. I'm going to go ahead and copy the address on the chat for you. So if you want to check out this video, feel free. Because just in case that you get your video, your X account unceremoniously banned, I already posted that. So in case you get your X video unceremoniously banned, there you are. So, but I'm very happy with Grok. So you know what? I'm not gonna say an unkind word about it again. Scout's honor. So with that said, though, hold on. Let me see where I'm at here, and I think we should give a cheers to Grok for saving my own ass.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
All right, so now with that out the way, so hopefully tonight we'll be joined by the monk, because considering he lives up in our neck of the wood, in those neck of the woods, I figure he might have some insight. So we'll hopefully he'll drop by. Is there anything you want to get to before we get into the shit? Gentlemen?
Nothing
Well,
comes to mind immediately.
I do actually have something to tell you, Matt.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
The Raw deal has been terminated because a couple of players wasn't really liking how it's going. They're more on the prudish side.
Of course.
Oh,
Fucking
God.
course.
Now,
Weak ass motherfuckers. I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. This isn't freaking ballet.
Unbelievable.
now the good news. When the sandbox vampire game is done, we can move on to dispatch. So
And it's gonna be replaced in the Raw deal, right?
It will replace the Raw deal.
Okay.
All right, so
Now I feel really bad about the canning of the Raw deal because that was a really good campaign. I mean,
Matt,
the actual
save it for now. We'll have this discussion after the show.
all right, yeah, 3-4-3, and from what I've been hearing, it's gonna be Iran. It might be Iran's turn. That's what I've been hearing. 3-4-3.
Yeah. Does that mean Iran's going to be liberated at long last?
Probably, and I think, and you know what? Despite what everyone say, we're going to war again with Iran. No, I think this is actually a good thing, and I think, and believe me, we don't really need any boots on the ground. Maybe just to grab some people that know something, because that's the reason I think Maduro got grabbed, because he probably knows something. So, but still, it looks like the protesters in Iran are about to get some aerial assistance.
I'm thinking Ace Combat style.
Yeah. But anyway.
That just made me want to play me some Ace Combat later.
Yeah, I heard an eighth game's coming out pretty soon. But anyway.
Yeah, that's basically one of my most anticipated games of this year, bro.
Yeah. And by the way, one more thing before we get onto the shit. There's a rumor GTA 6 is going to get delayed once again. Oh boy, they're fucked.
And should anybody even be surprised at this point?
No. I'm not surprised because, like I said, they got labor issues. And
that was a rhetorical question.
So, anyway, we got a couple things we got to get to before we look at the Minnesota stuff. So, first things first. We're
pouring one for a real one.
Yeah,
and for a real homie there.
A real one has left this mortal coil and moved on to the big cubicle in the sky. Scott Adams, the creative builder.
You got that song there, Aaron.
Matthew.
I'm sorry.
Scott Adams, the creator of Dilbert and one of the more philosophical guys behind the MAGA movement, unfortunately, as of yesterday morning, has passed away due to complications involving cancer.
Ew, that's not good.
Yeah.
No, that's not good at all. Which I made a repost about that.
Yeah.
So I hope his legacy is on, and may God bless his soul.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, God bless his soul, indeed, man.
Yeah. So, and in his final years, he's been hosting a podcast, I believe, called the Weekly Sip, I believe. I mean, I hardly ever caught those podcasts in the past, though, because you know how it is. I'm usually a late sleeper because I work a lot. You know, especially at night. But he did leave a few things, okay? he left a final that the morning of his passing, I believe his ex-wife, Eve, and a few others have left a final message. He says, "If you're reading this, things did not go well for me. I have a few things to say before I go. My body failed before my brain. I am of sound mind as I write this, January 1st, 2026. So he knew his time was up around New Year's. He knew his time was up. If you wonder about any of my choices for my estate or anything else, please know I am free of any coercion or inappropriate influence of any sort. I promise. So, no Stanley bullshit here. Thank God."
Thank you.
Next, many of my Christian friends have asked me to find Jesus before I go. I am not a believer, but I have to admit the risk-reward calculation for doing so looks attractive, so here I go. I accept Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior, and I look forward to spending an eternity with Him. The part about me not being a believer should be quickly resolved if I wake up in heaven. I won't need any more convincing than that, and I hope I am still qualified for entry. With your permission, I'd like to explain something about my life. Now, there was a little bit of a controversy about that, about he accepted Christ at his deathbed. Let's be honest. That
Jesus literally told a thief he was going to die next to him on a cross of his own. That, believe in me, you're going straight to heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At this point, I'm. Go ahead.
Let me finish. Scott Adams, we all know he's far better than us. So if he accepts Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior, I have a good feeling he's meeting him in heaven.
Oh yeah, probably having.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Up there, he's up there. Probably having a nice cup of coffee with Charlie Kirk.
And probably hanging out with Lemmy, too.
Sure. So let's keep going. For the first part of my life, I was focused on making myself a worthy husband and parent as a way to find meaning. That worked. But marriages don't always last forever, and mine eventually ended in a highly amicable way. Notice that this is her first wife he's talking about. And I believe that was her on the stream the morning he passed. So, and apparently she was married to some younger woman, you know? And apparently she didn't show up. Some hoes ain't loyal, you know?
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm grateful for those years and for the people I came to call my family. Once the marriage unwound, I needed a new focus, a new meaning. So I donated myself to the world, literally speaking the words out of my mouth in my otherwise silent home. From that point on, I looked for ways I could add the most to people's lives, one way or another. That marked the start of my evolution from Dilbert cartoonist to an author of what I hoped would be useful books. By then, I believed I amassed enough life lessons that I could start passing them on. I could continue making Dilbert comics, of course. As luck would have it, I'm a good writer. But my first book in the useful genre was How to Fail at Almost Everything and Still Win Big. That book turned out to be a huge success, often imitated and influencing a wide variety of people. I still hear every day how much that book changed lives. My plan to be useful was working. I followed up with my book Win Bigly that trained an army of citizens how to be more persuasive, which they correctly saw as a minor superpower. I know that book changed lives because I hear it often. You'll never know the impact of the book that had on the world, but I know, and it pleases me while it gives me a sense of meaning that is impossible to describe. My next book, Loser Think, trying to teach people how to think better, especially if they were displaying their thinking on social media. That one didn't put much of a dent in the universe, but I tried. Finally, my book, Reframe Your Brain, taught readers how to program their own thoughts to make it their personal and professional lives better. I was surprised and delighted at how much positive impact that book is having. I also started podcasting a live show called Coffee with Scott Adams. That's what it's called. It wasn't called The Week. It Yeah, why did I call it the weekly sip? I think that's Dev shit. You know what? Fuck Dev. Okay, forget. So, anyway, getting back to the point here.
Oh, yeah. Dev, go to the principal's office there.
No, we got some. We got some.
Hey.
What?
Hey. Not mention that name again and just continue on reading this.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, fuck Dev. And because of that, for even, well, I didn't mention him, so okay, you're excused.
Yeah.
So anyway, dedicated to a live show called Coffee with Scott Adams, dedicated to helping people think about the world and their lives in a more productive way. I didn't plan it this way, but it ended up helping lots of lonely people find a community that made them feel less lonely. Again, that had great meaning for me. I had an amazing life. I gave it everything I had. If you got any benefits for my work, I'm going to ask you to pay for it as best you can. That is the legacy I want. Be useful, and please know I loved you all to the end. Scott Adams. That was beautiful, dude.
You know, if anything, I've always loved the cut of Scott Adams' jib. That and I basically dug the Dilbert cartoon.
Oh yeah, that was like one of the biggest standards. I think. Why do I get the feeling? I don't know if he influenced Office Space or it was the other way around. I'm not sure. It could be.
And if he did influence Office Space, cool.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, we got to put a wet blanket over this crap. Over this, I wouldn't say crap.
Oh God, there's always a.
Well,
the fuck am I looking at here?
This was recently posted that morning. Scott Adams, disgraced Dilbert creator, dies at 68. And by the way, that tweet's been taken down. But we did find
the Penguin's sister didn't expect anyone to immediately jump on her sorry ass and go like, "Hey, you don't fucking tell Scott Adams that he's disgraced."
Yeah, man. This is the dumb bitch in question. Of course, she's got the little smug look. I'm like, probably.
Guys, I want you to pause.
Yeah.
Now I want you to put your DC Comics caps on. Does she not look like the blood relative to the Penguin?
My God, Snow, you're right. Well, oh God, I can't get that. Now I can't get that image out of my head.
Now, if you look at it, also, the look on her face, it's the same smug look you see from all these awfuls chasing ice around. Have you noticed that? It's the same physiognomy.
It's very punchable.
Yeah, and I don't like harming women.
More like I want to take a bat to her fucking face, but okay.
Well, I would say
Negan style.
I would say this is one of those points where I want to dress up like an ICE officer. But yeah.
You know what? Go nuts.
So, but I don't want to leave it at that. So, luckily, we have another video we're going to watch along.
Oh, I saw that video.
Yeah.
Godspeed.
It's the fist,
Adam.
man. It's the fist. So, I'm not going to say any more. Let's get on it.
Okay. Well, is there a pause?
Aaron, Lou.
Is really the art of distillation. People aren't clicking on your
We seem to be experiencing some technical difficulties, folks. Bear with us.
Yeah. What's going on, Aaron?
Aaron, you still there?
Oh shit! I muted my freaking I muted my freaking mic. I am so sorry.
Yeah. So in other words, a shameful display.
Oh, indeed.
A shameful display!
Now the reason I muted my mic was I didn't want to pause this video. So, all right. So sorry about that guys, and shout to you 343. Appreciate you. All right. Okay. So let's start this over again here. Anyway.
Take two.
And I'm going to mute my mic here, so just letting you know, there's going to be no pauses.
Scott Adams, if matters had taken an alternate turn, might have wound up being a mere companion of convenience for those of my political persuasion. One of the panoply of pundits who merely found themselves on the right because they'd been forsworn by the left. Because much like Trump himself, he wasn't an ideologue. Really more of a pragmatist. Indeed, if we compared positions on everything from taxes to terrorism, I wouldn't be at all surprised if there were far more misses in the long run than hits. But beyond his immovable place in pop culture, and the Dilbert cartoon was killer and never should have been canceled, by the way, that isn't what sets Scott apart. Punditry and commentary of any kind is really the art of distillation. People aren't clicking on your posts or podcasts because they love your beautiful mug, especially not when it looks like me. Nor are they necessarily looking for someone to agree with them. They know the facts, and in the age of the internet, they even have a fair few details already sorted out. What they want is the impartation of the issue, stripped of spin, sublimated to its most primal components, and imbued with emotional and moral import, so they can decide if they agree with you at all. It's more than making cliff notes. People want to weigh the events against their own values, and the easiest way to achieve this is for a gifted commentator to condense it to its most unvarnished, incipient essence. Scott Adams was the Leonardo da Vinci of doing that shit. He wasn't always right. The COVID vaccines spring to mind, but to his credit, he never refused to admit he was wrong. And he never once allowed the issue to entirely exit the frame. In fact, I once watched him admit that he was wrong on COVID vaccines and then repeat it 3 separate times over the course of the same live stream in case they mistook the first two for accident. Even when he was wrong, his understanding of the issue rarely was. I only enjoyed one fleeting, largely irrelevant interaction with Scott, though I'll take the details of that interaction to my grave. But his presence in the political sphere was of incalculable value, and thus his loss, especially so many years before he was actually ready to punch out, is an indescribable catastrophe. When something beyond our ken, a death we can't control, a cataclysm occurs, our subconscious often grasps for mystical resonance and meaning. And I experienced one such event just this morning. I reached up into my cabinet for my BattleTech mug. I began brewing a cup of joe, and as I reached for it, I accidentally bumped a nearby bowl. The mug, which was already sort of on the precipice, plummeted counterward, and you see the final result. No more simultaneous sip. Moments later, I log on, and I learn that there will never be another simultaneous sip again. Fortunately, I have another mug. This one is my absolute favorite, as it's from Sanctuary Rock and Roll Refuge. I don't mean to do a full-on ad pitch or whatever, but it's a Christian metalhead charity out of Tennessee. Shout out to them. The reason why I love it is it says words straight from the book of John. Death is dead. So today, we drink to the funeral of death. For Scott is not dead. He is alive. Here goes. I have it written down here because I do not know this by heart. All you need is a cup, a mug, or a glass, a tankard, chalice, or stein, a canteen, jug, or flask, a vessel of any kind. Fill it with your favorite liquid. I like coffee, boy do I, and join me now for the unparalleled pleasure of the dopamine hit of the day, the thing that makes everything better. It's called the simultaneous sip, and it happens now. Godspeed, Scott. Rest now.
Yes, indeed.
All I gotta say is this. I have a sudden hankering for coffee right now.
Well, and as we usually do these memoriams, we are going to pause for about a 10-second moment of silence. All right, so.
Yeah.
Long may he reign! Long may he reign!
Ride eternal, shiny and chrome, God Adams. You have earned it.
And may you reign, and long may you reign in heaven forever and ever.
Okay, so with that out of the way, with that taken care of, let's move on to some of the shit here. There's something I want. Now, I want to cover a little bit of gaming news before we get into Minnesota. So, and I figured this qualifies. Now, I first heard this on an episode of Smashcast.
Pathway.
Yeah. So apparently the UK government has put out some propaganda Depression Quest style game called Pathways, pretty much doing the old trying to scare young men into complying with their new form of sort of like Islamic bent on Norse fire that's been going on in the UK, led by Keir Sutler, as I call him. He's not Starmer, he's Sutler. If you've seen V for Vendetta, you know what I'm talking about.
I have. Let me tell you.
Yeah, he's a backstabber to Jesus. That's all he is.
Yeah.
Ugh, he's a Judas of the highest order.
Like I said, after we take care of Iran, maybe we should grab Sutler. Grab that little bitch and maybe tell
All I will say here, Aaron, is the Knights of St. George are probably rolling in their graves right now because all those times to fight against the Muslims.
Yeah.
Only for their descendants to basically just invite them in and take over the country.
Yeah, it basically is Orwellian over in the UK. Just instead add a little gayness and Islam. But anyway.
Yeah, the moment people start ousting Sutler, that's when Saxon's Crusader starts playing.
Now, he's also done some other shit, like now he wants to ban X from the UK because, oh my God, someone put him in a bikini picking grok. Oh, poor you.
Gag me with a spoon there.
Well, here's the deal. If you decide to, I think there's gonna, and if it was up to, like I said, if it was up to me, I would be grabbing Starmer next. I'll be, like I said, we'll probably black out the entire country, come in there, go to like 10 Downing Street and snag up that bispectacle scumbag.
And probably nail him to a cross.
Nah, nothing that that's right. And besides, to quote what's his name, Headley Lamar, That would be too Jewish. Anyway.
Okay.
Well, I had to
I'm really more in favor of the Brazen Bull, the Blood Eagle.
No,
Okay.
just take him down by a freak helicopter ride because the guy is a commie.
Yep, that too.
You know what?
He's a globalist comic.
Yeah. Break out the choppers.
Yeah. So getting back on topic here. So basically, they put out this Depression Quest style game because there's a lot of similarities between Pathways and Depression Quest.
That's supposed to be a game.
No, it's more of a propaganda tool, but the internet made it backfire.
Yeah, I've seen like the first.
Oh my god! Yeah, we're actually.
Why'd you cut me off?
Sorry.
But yeah, I seen like the first minute of this. And I'm like, man, this is a horrible game. They didn't even bother putting music in their title screen.
Nope. But they did create a character in the game called Amelia, who apparently she's a purple-haired British nationalist.
She looks cute. I will give it that.
So apparently she's supposedly the antagonist throughout this whole deal with throughout Pathways. And like the internet, oh boy, they've made her into a freaking hero. So there is
Took the words right out of my mouth there, Aaron.
So there is a lot of Amelia memes going all around the internet, which shows that their attempts to try to scare the lads into complying with their V for Vendetta style government in the UK, it backfired big time. So
Oh yeah.
keep pushing. All I gotta say is keep pushing, lads. You're one day, just like, I mean, totalitarian regimes don't last forever. Just look at Iran, and all the hell that's gonna be raining down upon that regime within the next 24 hours.
Oh yeah.
Because I'll tell you this right now. I mean, and like I said, if I was, like I said, that again after Iran, maybe that's what we should work on next. We'll probably save Britain just like we did in World War II from its, but this time we save it from itself. But
Yep.
anyway,
Yep. That's the first time America saves Britain.
yeah, really, yeah. I wonder. Yeah, maybe we should start. Maybe we should, instead of them dumping tea in the harbor in Britain, maybe they should dump all the falafel into the English Channel.
Yeah, maybe they should
Yeah.
missions because apparently they're worthless.
Yeah. So, anyway, now we get on to the meat of the bullshit here. Now, originally,
Oh yeah.
we were going to cover a bit of the of how we got here with the whole Minnesota thing. All right, where we linked up to Nick Shirley's first video surrounding it. Also, we were going to cover the aftermath and where one of these awfuls tried to block him, try to run over the guy, try to run over the ICE officer. In that case, she got domed. But I will say this right now: there's a lot of other awfuls that have gotten a little belligerent since then, and I guess the ICE officer decides, you know what, it's time to start busting them and putting them in prison. You know what? Stop blocking. Don't be blocking freaking ICE. Don't be freaking blocking law enforcement. That's not good.
Yeah, don't FAFO, guys.
Yeah.
It's not cool.
Yeah, because of that, I think, again, the whole reason all this rioting's happening now is because it helps Tim Walz because now he wants the attention to go off his fraud. That's what the whole hullabaloo is all about. This was all freaking planned. But after Nick Shirley's video, which just dropped a couple hours ago, it might not be the case anymore. The eyes will be back on the fraud. Yeah.
As it really should. I mean, this is the Alice that started everything.
Yeah. Oh, you know where you can shove your Palestine? You can stick it where the sun don't shine. Oh my god. Oh my god. Cheers to you 343.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
All right. So
okay, maybe not King.
All right. Let me check. All right. So let's get this started. All right. Let me make sure.
I'm asking
No. You don't ask me nothing, man.
$2.25 million.
Get out.
Are we the only community that does fraud?
How come they said this building was closed? Do you guys know where advanced mobility is?
Oh, hold on. Let me show you something.
I'm asking
No. You don't ask me nothing, man.
$2.25 million.
Get out.
Are we the only community that does fraud?
Hey, guess where that building is?
Oh my God! It's a quality Learing Center.
Yes. Yeah.
I can't believe they blocked the Learing link part out.
I love that.
Oh my God, dude!
Yeah, I think this video was taken not too long ago, but I heard that center has been closed down. So just so you know, but I had to
bad rubbish, I say. Woof.
I had to point
Stop.
that out.
Guys, stop. Look at the guy pointing towards the camera.
Yeah, he looks like he looks a little weird, doesn't he?
He looks totally spaced out. He's looking into another dimension.
Yeah, he kind of looks. Yeah, he looks pretty fucking drugged. But anyway.
They said this building was closed. Do you guys know where advanced mobility is? Advanced mobility? Yeah, we're looking for it. Never heard of it?
They know we're shining the light on the fraud, and they have no defense.
Would you like to see anybody in the government here held accountable?
Most definitely, because there can definitely be an allocation of funds.
The Minnesota fraud scandal continues to get worse and worse as billions of dollars of fraud has been exposed, and as I showed the world the blatant fraud taking place at daycares and other locations across Minnesota, it became the most viewed video expose on the internet and created instant change within the government as the Fed sent thousands of federal agents to Minnesota, and the HHS froze over $185 million in all payments to.
Oh, also, yeah, good thing to point out, 343. It seems there's another scam like this going on in Maine. And there's several other, and I bet you it's happening in several other states as well. California, there's also some in Washington. I mean,
I would not be surprised if it's going on in Dearborn.
Yeah,
Or
definitely
Jersey.
Dearborn. Definitely Dearborn. I would go to say every blue state. Because that's how if you wonder where all the debt's going to, a lot of it's probably because of fraud.
I just wonder how deep this goes because, good Lord.
It's going to get deeper.
Yeah.
I think as the year goes on, it's going to get a lot deeper. It's going to go to other states. As Razorfist once put it, this Minnesota deal, that's the tip of the iceberg.
Yes, and I will actually point this out. Turns out my yearly income, not going to tell you where I get my yearly income, but it's all legal, was a grand total of $16,000.
Jesus Christ. That's way below poverty.
How much? Well, actually, it's almost 17. But point is, it's 16 something. But point is, how much you want to bet those Somalis are paid more per year?
A lot more. Probably even more than what I'd make.
5-star luxury hotel rooms. They're getting brand spanking current year cars.
Oh, damn it. Hold
Why
on.
am I not surprised? Seriously, why the fuck am I not surprised anymore?
Yeah.
I'm asking
No. You don't ask me nothing.
Yeah, I fucked up on something here. Okay.
I'm just saying, I'm illegal. I'm a legal citizen. I had to go to court and then go to a facility to literally prove I'm disabled.
Yeah, really. Yeah, I bet you any of these foreigners are like, oh, don't worry about it. Take as much money as you want.
Yeah, I had to like go through court, go through facilities, be put in white rooms where there's someone in there or there's cameras in there. So if I was cheating, I would have got caught.
Yeah, so you had to go through arbitration. They have to go probably did some tests and shit. You know, the whole 9 yards. But like I said,
and I only went there because the judge was getting kind of pissed off with the psychiatrist because the psychiatrists were not doing their job.
Yeah. And like I said, I guess maybe if you change your name to like a Star Wars character name, maybe you'll probably get a lot more aid. But anyway,
I imagine I have skin color as well.
Yeah, bronze your skin too, just like in Silver Streak. You ever seen that movie? Yep. Stay loose.
Super tan.
Stay loose. Anyway.
Dollars in all.
Might I suggest Grebo?
Anyway.
Politicians like Tim Waltz call people like me white supremacist and far-right delusional conspiracy theorists for exposing the fraud. Meanwhile, he actually dropped out of running for re-election. The Minnesota fraud scandal has erupted the nation as protests and riots took place, all starting because daycares like Quality Learing Center were exposed. However, the daycares is only a small portion of the fraud taking place in Minnesota. In this video, I will take you into what has continued to allow this fraud to happen and connect all of the dots for you, exposing all of the fraud from strange connections of the business owners and the politicians who have openly admitted to the fraud on live TV. And to dive deep into the fraud, I met back up with the local David, who has been investigating this widespread fraud scandal for years. So here in Minnesota, you have daycare fraud, you have adult daycare fraud, you have healthcare fraud, and you even have more fraud. What's some of the fraud that's also taking place here inside of Minnesota?
Well, what I think might be sort of the heart of the beast here is this transportation fraud. And what I mean by that is in Minnesota, we have something called non-emergency medical transportation, NEMT. My research has shown that there are about 1,020 such companies in Minnesota, and more than 90% of them are Somali-owned.
Holy shit!
Damn!
That's a lot of fraud. Over 1,000 companies, and most of them are Somali owned. Gee, I wonder how many of these companies are dummy companies. Guys, have you ever you know of a YouTuber by the name of Michael Francis?
Can't say I.
Michael Francis. He's a guy that used to be a mob capo back in the 70s and 80s. Well, I think it was capo during the 80s, but he cut his teeth in the 70s in the mob. But then what happened was he got caught in the 80s. He did some time, and then when he got out, he became an ordained minister. He became more of a family man, and then as of recently, he's been having this podcast called Sit Downs with Michael Francis. I'm sure you've heard of him.
Oh.
So look him up. Michael Francis. It's spelled F-R. I'll tell you what. It's spelled FRANZZ as in zebra, ES as in Scott, E. What's up?
Aaron, just give us a link.
Yeah, just give us the link.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put the link in the chat, and I'll toss it onto the what you call it, the what you call it, the all right, onto the I'm gonna link you his channel, because especially look up what he's talking about, the whole when he's talking about the whole Minnesota deal. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and link this onto the channel. Where are you? Okay, and then I'll link this off onto the theater. Okay, because it is a YouTube channel. All right, and there you have it. So go look him up, especially when he talks about the whole Minnesota fraud deal thing going on. Okay. All right, let's continue.
And so right here on the table, what do we have? All this information right here.
So I have a number of companies that are local here in the Twin Cities, and this is just a fraction of the companies that are out there. What I found was that the national average for a non-emergency medical transportation company is 20 vehicles per company. A lot of these companies, their address is an apartment, some are in a house, some are in a convenience store, some of them in a vacant building. There's no signage, there's nobody there.
And so why would there be such a need for all these transportation companies here inside of Minnesota?
So if you think of this transportation as the hub of the wheel, so child care is a spoke, adult daycare is a spoke, autism is a spoke, the interpreter services, which we can get into, that's another spoke. It all ties back to transportation. Why? Because those meals someone had to deliver those meals, someone has to deliver the kid to autism, or say they did. So it all revolves around the transportation. And so when you're looking at this, you say, okay, well, let's just be conservative. Let's go on the low side. Let's say there are only 800 Somali-owned non-emergency medical transportation companies in Minnesota. Well, again, the average is 20 vehicles per company. So that's 800 times 20. And the way these NEMT companies are paid is if they bring someone to a doctor's appointment, whatever the case might be, or Costco or wherever they're going, because remember, it's non-emergency medical transportation. Well, we went to Costco because they have to eat or they'll die. So that's considered, right? So it's almost impossible to figure out from the outside what exactly the payments are for each of these trips. But I have a pretty good idea. So when someone provides a transportation to a facility or a location, they're also paid for the time to sit there and wait for the appointment to end and then drive the person back. So they're paid 3 different ways, and the average is going to be $50 per trip. So it's going to the appointment is a trip, coming back trip. So that's $100 per round trip. So if you have 800 companies in Minnesota that are NEMT companies, they all own 20 vehicles, and they're all making 10 trips a day, and it's $50 per trip. So it's 800 times 20 times 10 trips times $50 a trip. Do the math. And the reality is, how many of these trips are being provided? 0.
$8 million a day with no fucking trips and no fucking cars. So in other words, hell, for all I know, these could be bagmen. You know what I mean?
Son of a bitch.
And that's payer dollars going into that. That is
$8 million a day. Wow.
Yeah. So no one has to worry about me fucking money for disability. I had to literally prove myself in court for that.
Mm-hmm.
These motherfuckers are making it big by just being here, and they're just swiping even more money.
And not only that, this is $8 million. And we haven't. Now the question here is, how much money are the judges in Minnesota and the politicians in Minnesota, maybe some law enforcement in Minnesota, how much money are they getting kicked back?
Oh boy.
That's theft. That's not worth. Shit, that's a mafia style operation, dude.
Oh
Yeah.
Jesus.
Let's continue.
They don't have to provide any. Why? Because when they are paid by the state of Minnesota, these companies go online and they fill out a form, and it just says, okay, how many trips, how many miles. They submit that electronically to the state, and boom, they get paid. Nobody bothers to check. They don't call the dentist. Did this kid show up? They don't do anything. As soon as that form is filed with the state of Minnesota, that payment goes out immediately.
And so essentially, these transportation companies are what hold all of the fraud together, because you have the daycare centers working with the transportation companies, the adult daycare centers working with the transportation companies, the healthcare companies working with the transportation companies. So it's just another way to bill and to also make it look like something's happening here inside of Minnesota.
This is the belly of the beast. All of this fraud revolves around these transportation companies. All of it. This touches every part of fraud here in Minnesota.
And today we're going to go confront these people. We confronted them last time. There was no kids in any of the child care centers. And today, what do you expect to see?
I think we're going to see some vehicles because, when I drive around the cities here, I see these Somalis driving, and mostly it's like a Plymouth Caravan or whatever. And there's never, ever, ever been a passenger. And in 7 years, I've never seen a passenger in any of these vehicles. I've followed some of them. They're going to Costco. They're going to Sam's Club. They're going to Walmart. The driver gets out, goes in there, loads up a shopping cart, comes in, puts it in the van, and off they go back to where they live.
And now we're going to go out and see what's happening with these transportation companies.
And here's the other thing. Tim Walz and the Department of Human Service, you threw the people of Minnesota under the bus. Shame on you, and I'm coming for you.
You heard it here first, David.
Yeah, shame on you.
Right, let's go.
Shame on you.
So where's the first location we're going to?
The first location is a company called Safari Transportation, Cedar Avenue South.
Did they just misspell Safari?
Oh my God.
Wow. They put an extra.
My God.
They can't spell learning and they can't spell safari.
Maybe it's spelled different with what you call it. Maybe it's because of Somali pronunciation, but like I said, they can't. But if it is a mistype, oh boy, we're starting to see a pattern with these. Just remember, on average,
we're Aaron, baby, sweetheart, we're talking about cashew heads.
Yeah, just keep in mind the average IQ.
They literally have no intelligence to speak of.
Man, I argue they successfully pulled this off without getting notice until now.
You know why they pulled it off until they get notice? I'll tell you why. The government helped them. Okay?
The government helped them, but this takes some degree of intelligence.
Yeah. I mean, like
Maybe
I said.
Yeah, I'm still wrapping my head around that.
Yeah, really. But anyway.
It's low cunning. It's low cunning.
Yeah, very low cunning.
There is some degree of intelligence with this.
Yeah, not bad for someone whose average IQ is about 60. That's all sub-retardation. Anyway.
Oh my.
South in Minneapolis.
Yeah, I'm more intelligent than a Somali.
Interesting transportation.
Me!
Well,
maybe those IQ points is probably attributed to ethics and shame, for which I don't think most of them don't have.
Tell me about it, man. Jeez Louise.
All right, hold on. I got something on Discord here for a second. No, it's nothing. All right. Okay, let's get. All right. So that said, let's continue.
Allegedly fraudulent.
Well, the thing about Safari is that they've been registered since 2015 with the state of Minnesota as operating vehicles. And again, the national average for a non-emergency medical transportation company is 20 vehicles. So if they've got 20 vehicles and they're at 607 Cedar Avenue, I have no idea where there's parking them because there is no parking anywhere near this office.
We've arrived to the transportation company. We're outside, and right there we have a Loving Arms adult daycare. All the windows are completely boarded out right.
How come a transportation company is operating out of a daycare? Sounds a little sus to me.
More than sus, bro.
Yes. Yeah. And another thing. Elon Omar. Yeah, she came into Congress with like whose net worth like $45,000, and now she's worth $30 million. Do the math.
She wants to say she was poor all her life.
You want to bet she was getting a bunch.
Spoon man.
Yeah, you want to bet most of that freaking money is from kickbacks from these organizations. Give me a break. Anyway.
It makes you think.
Yeah.
Right there, and there's supposed to be a transportation company registered right here. It's 617, but it's a liquor store. So the location here is 607 and also 617. These are two transportation companies. We're all on a main road right now, and this is 607, and it is not a transportation company. It's actually a money transfer, but it's registered here. 607. This is.
Yeah, it looks more like a mobile. Looks like a currency type. This place looks pretty shady, even at first. You know what I mean?
I would not touch that. I would not touch that place with a 10-foot clown pole. That's how shady you look.
Mm-hmm.
Same here.
Yeah.
Not look like Safari Transportation. Where is the transportation company?
I don't see any signs denoting that there's any transportation. It's all just looks like money wiring. But if you look at the Secretary of State's office, state of Minnesota, Safari Transportation, 607 Cedar Avenue, and it's been registered here since 2015. That was the original filing.
So let's see if we have the manager. Let's see if we can find fraud. Hello. How are you? We're looking for the transportation company.
Safari Transportation?
Looking for Safari Transportation.
Oh.
No, there's no Safari Transportation here.
No Safari Transportation?
Safari Transportation,
Really?
607 Cedar Avenue.
We're just looking for Safari Transportation.
We don't know.
So, but this is registered for Safari Transportation,
know.
607.
That's the address.
Okay, we don't know.
We're asking where Safari Transportation is.
We don't know.
Did you
Okay,
know
so the
Fuad
business is
Omar?
not here.
Don't record.
Fuad Omar?
Fuad Omar,
We don't know. This, do you see this? What is this?
money transferring.
That's it.
Okay,
Well, this
registered.
is from the state.
This is fraud taking place. This is supposed to say, this is for Safari
find out.
Transportation.
Go find out.
Yeah, we did find out. This is fraud right here.
Registered here
This is
since
registered.
2015. Safari Transportation, state of Minnesota.
And look, there it is. And there it is. It's it's fucking Somalis. Look at this shit. You know,
Fucking cash, man.
You know what I'm thinking. This is. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like some sort of secret organized crime group that's going on in freaking Minnesota. You know what I mean? Because they all have the swagger of like, they all have swagger. They all have that mob swagger. You know what I mean?
Fucking cashew heads, man.
Yeah. You're right, 343. It is a front. I mean, it's like one of those Fleabag pawn. You know those Fleabag pawn shops from back in the day? Yeah, it's one of those. And I'm not talking about old Pawn Stars or anything. No, we're talking about a pawn shop like right in the inner city of Chicago. We're talking like some like in the West Side, right next to the damn food and liquor store.
Or like like in that one pawn shop thing in Crow?
Yes. Give me a moment. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
Okay, Matt. Well, all this makes me want to say close down the damn border.
Close the border and basically have the National Guard stand guard. Sheesh.
I mean, this is just all bad.
More than bad. It's basically costing American legit people taxpayer money. And basically, you paid your dues there, Snow.
Really, I kind of feel a bit like a parasite, but
No. These cashew heads are the real parasites. You're a legal citizen. You paid your dues.
I say more like my parents pay their dues, but enough about me. I'm just pointing out that if you think I'm bad, these guys are like probably, well, apparently 8 million times worse. Considering they stripped the country $8 million per fucking day by conservative estimates.
Yeah, at least I'm working on getting a job. Granted, it's going to be it's through a social program, but still, I'm working on getting a job there.
Yeah. $8 million. Can you imagine what you could do with $8 million per day?
That'd be more than enough to buy the entire country, Japan, full of gunpla.
Maybe not that, but wow, $8 million. I'm gonna ask Aaron that when he comes here.
Yeah, but really, $8 million. Oof, that'd probably get me set up for life in Japan.
If they
arcade scene and all.
If they take you in.
Yeah, you gotta pass. You really gotta pay your dues in Japan, though. I mean, hell.
Which is why I said if they take you in. Because their border security is more firm than ours. Because, mainly because they actually pay attention to their borders. They're like, no, we like our Japanese culture, thank you very much. We don't want to have it naturally altered against our will.
Yeah, try telling that to the Pakistanis who basically practically invading Japan. That's why the prime minister's doing something about it.
Okay, I'm back. All right.
Hey, Aaron, I got a question for you because this has been raised during our conversation with Matt.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do if you are paid $8 million per day?
That's going into my company. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, fair answer.
Maybe 1/8.
Not to mention, all that money could be used to fund some bigger projects. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah, I think you could just fund it with 1/8 of that, and you'd still be fine for the rest of your life, business-wise.
Yeah, like I said, if you get a source of money like that, you got to make it work for you. I mean, that's what Elon did, and look, he's about $200 billion away from being a trillionaire.
Damn.
So anyway, let's get back to business here. So where we left off, looks like we got a Somali mafia going on here. Because they say this is a quote-unquote transportation company, but it looks more like a goddamn pawn shop. Anyway.
Well, but it's registered now. This is current, just off the state of Minnesota website today. This is from today. I just printed this off today.
And this is me wondering where...
We're here. This is 607. Where's Safari Transportation? Okay, so it's a fraudulent business.
Did you see Safari anything here?
Exactly.
Did you see?
Exactly. It's
Did
not
you
here.
see it?
It's a fraud.
Did you see, sir?
Okay, thank you. We're going to go to the next address. All right, let's keep moving on. So 607, this is supposed to be Safari Transportation, no transportation company, and now we're going to 617.
Anyone want to know the dudes in the ski masks?
Yeah, I think they're more like.
Yeah, I think.
Go ahead.
I think they're bodyguards.
Yeah, I think they look like bodyguards to me. And besides, I think these guys don't. They probably even know they're trying to do. But like I said, it's starting to sound like God. I had a thought in my head. And it's like,
well, you gotta think of it this way, guys. I mean, they're pissing off the Somalis because they're exposing fraud. They're pissing off the wokies because they're, exposing the fraud, which means more Somalians are going to get deported by ICE.
Yeah, ICE will be showing up there pretty soon. Especially, look at this. Look at it. Afric Grocery, an African market. Yeah, halal meat and spices. Oh yeah, you can tell that's a Somali place. Okay, this is what I had in mind. Yeah, they said, to be honest, it is, if you really think about it, it is a transportation company, except they're only transporting money. You know what I mean? Starting to sound like something out of The Wire. You remember that show, right?
Oh yeah, the HBO show.
Yeah. If you haven't seen The Wire, folks, I know I say this many times, watch that shit. It's fantastic. Anyway.
Another transportation company, however, it is actually Cedar Riverside.
A liquor store.
Where is the transportation company?
617.
617 right here?
Dreamline Transportation for the state of Minnesota is registered at 617 Cedar Avenue South.
And it's a liquor store.
A transportation
company. Of course it's a liquor store, man! Of course!
So what are they transporting out of that liquor store, huh? Freaking Thunderbird? But then again,
I swear to God, if it's bootleg liquor,
well, it's being
I'm drinking.
Matt, it's most likely being sold by Somalians, and they're mostly Muslim.
Yeah,
so
they don't drink liquor. Sums up.
Something's very much up.
Because look at this place. That looked, even for a liquor store, that's pretty sus.
Security camera in.
Yeah, it looks like an operation. So,
well, the place has security cameras.
So let's find out what's inside, shall we?
David, they aren't even trying to hide that these are transportation companies. Where are the vans at?
Should we ask?
Let's go ask.
Again, the dude with the hockey, with the ski mask.
Now we're in 617, Dreamline Transportation. Where is the transportation company?
No, we don't have this.
You ever heard of Safari Transportation?
Safari? I know Safari, that money wiring, 607.
The money wiring?
Yeah.
Okay, that's money wiring.
Yeah.
We're looking for Safari Transportation.
607.
They said they never heard of it.
I never did. Safari company, the money wiring, they send money there, that's the 607.
So Safari gets the money.
Yeah,
money.
That man just said that Safari is actually a money wiring company, so therefore they're receiving money and then wiring it somewhere underneath the name of a transportation company.
So we said to go here.
Suite A right here. And then you have 617A right here, but this is reliable services, immigration, travel, and tax. I do not see a transportation company anywhere.
Hey, we're hoping. We're hoping to find Dreamline Transportation. You ever heard of it?
I've never heard of it. Ask this one.
He said to ask here.
Why am I not surprised?
This is a mailbox. It's not a call.
Mailbox my ass.
Fucking cashew heads, man.
Yeah, really.
So, Dreamline Transportation could be nothing more than a mailbox. 834.
So it could be one of these mailboxes. Well,
okay, see you later.
607 Safari Transportation doesn't exist. It's actually a money wiring business. 617 Dreamline inside of
Why
there.
am I not surprised?
It's actually a liquor store, and then 617A is a place where there's a bunch of mailboxes, and it says reliable ITT services.
Yeah.
How are you doing, man?
Sus.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that must be their security. That must be their Somalis. That must be one of their soldiers, huh? Yeah, looks like you've eaten one too many falafels there, buddy.
Yeah, wonder what falafel farts smell like. You
don't want.
I am receiving zero intimidation from this guy.
Yeah, really. I'm like, dude, you don't.
Yeah.
The only thing intimidating about him is possibly his fucking breath.
Yeah, he certainly don't look like no linebacker to me.
Yeah. So anyway.
Why are you sensationalizing?
Oh, this dumbass.
Propaganda.
What are we sensationalizing?
To attack our community. What's your final objective?
We're not attacking your community by any means.
Are you making
we're
good
looking,
money from this?
We're looking for fraud.
Oh, this
For instance,
fucker.
Can you answer our question? Where's Safari Transportation Company 607?
Okay, who the fuck is this supposed to be in? Why the fuck should I give a fuck?
Where's 617 Dreamline Security?
How much money are you making?
I make money
off
of YouTube. That's how I make my money.
Exactly. So you're making money off of sensationalizing.
That's my job.
Sensationalizing my ass. That's I'm
sensationalizing my ass.
Look at this. Look at that watch. That looks like a Rolex, doesn't it? That ring. Yeah, you're not making yourself look presentable. They're notorious. I'm trying to do a Notorious B.I.G. joke. Fuck it.
But I will also say this. Who the fuck is he?
Yeah, really.
Who the fuck is he? Yeah, I don't like how you essentialize and everything. Fuck you.
And he got his phone out too. Of course, it's a fucking iPhone. I swear to God, if I see anybody like that coming out here, I swipe the phone, smash it to the ground, crush it with my boot.
Aaron, can you not interrupt me, please?
I know. I just get riled up by it. But continue.
But I'm just sitting there like, dude, so what is he making money on YouTube? You know what? He's not stealing $8 million every single day from the taxpayer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So shut up and go home.
Yeah, really. Take your stupid ass goddamn how many probably got a $5,000 ring and a goddamn Rolex and get the fuck out of here. He's got the fucking toothpick in his mouth like he's tough, like he's a tough guy.
Dude, bro, you're not built like a linebacker. You don't even look like Marion Cobretti from Cobra, dude.
Yeah, and like I said, if any of these motherfuckers come out with their phones, guess what? It's getting snatched, and it's getting snatched, smashed, and stomped. But anyway,
I'm more thinking of chucking it to the river.
Well, if there is a river around here.
The clear, obvious fuck fraud being had. Motherfucker here is trying to gaslight everything, trying to pin it on the guy who's simply asking questions. Yeah. Very simple, straightforward questions.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost yes or no.
Yeah, and he needs some straightforward answers. So, anyway, let's continue.
And attacking the Somali community.
I'm not attacking you guys. We're asking.
I'll tell you the reason why this is happening. All right, let me tell you the reason why.
Fraud is fraud, correct?
Yes.
This has nothing to do with race. This is fraud.
This absolutely has to do with us being Muslim,
No, it does not.
All right, and us being from Africa.
Oh,
This is a constitution.
bro,
All right?
fucking
If you don't
who?
want to see
Bro.
No one
it,
cares.
the freedom of religion. Say
No one cares, dumbass.
Press B.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
definite
stopped
bullshit.
caring many ages ago.
Oh yeah.
Bullshit!
Like I said, whenever somebody asshole comes up to you like that, like I said, at this point, don't try to humor them. Swipe, smash, stomp. Fuck them. And if they try to bring any heater on you, look what happened to that awful a few days ago. Anyway, continue.
hey, listen, you don't want
Dude,
Muslims.
we really got to make this into a Ronin campaign, man.
We're not saying that.
Actually, that would make a lot. That would make actually a good thing for a Ronin campaign, though. But the question here is, you're not gonna find too many Somali businesses in Chicago during in the Ronin verse, because probably half of them would have been snuffed out already. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's also Black Flag. You
That
probably
too.
also have to have Black Flag involved.
That
Matt.
too. But anyway.
Anyways, I was going to say you got also the other crime organizations that are kill on site, like the Supreme Brethren.
Yep. Supreme Brethren could be a good candidate of this shit. Would be surprised if they're wiring some of that money back to the feds. But anyway.
Do I make some good ideas for good campaigns or what?
You got your moments. Anyway, let's continue.
When I go
Sir,
onto
we're
your
talking
comments,
about fraud. You're talking.
when I go onto your comments,
My comments
what
aren't
I see
me.
is people that say we do not want Muslims here. Kick every single Muslim in Minnesota out of Minnesota.
That's exactly the point. You dumbass.
I doubt he's been to this guy's comment.
Oh yeah. You know what? Even if that were the case, I gotta ask this moron a question. Is he wrong?
Yeah, not to mention.
Racist, call us Islamophobic. I don't give a fuck. You fuckers are stealing from the damn government. Number one, you got your political buddies. You're giving kickbacks to them. Sorry, time to go. I hope ICE pays you a visit pretty soon.
Minnesota.
That's a comment.
You are listen. You're preparing for the Somali community to maybe be taken to concentration camps, just like the Japanese community. All right.
Oh bullshit!
Oh man!
Bullshit! Hold on, let me bust out the thing again.
Bullshit!
No, we're not taking you to concentration camps. We're just taking you back home. That's what we're taking.
Yeah, no. It's called deportation.
It's called deportation, which means
I just said that.
Yeah,
I just said that, Aaron.
I know, but you know what? It's not concentration we're worried about. It's deportation. We're not going to torture you and try to kill you. No, we want you to get the fuck on back to fucking Mogadishu. That's what we want you to do. You're going to scam everybody. Trying to gaslight and say, "Oh, you're being racist." That shit doesn't even work anymore. Okay?
I'm so done with this argument. Can we skip this argument?
Well, let's keep going because I have a feeling something's gonna pop.
Sensationalizing.
No, we're not.
All right,
Sir,
something that
answer
can
the
listen.
question. Where
That's something
where
that can,
is the transportation
something
vehicle
that can
company?
jeopardize
Answer the question.
the safety and the protection of the Somali
fraud.
community.
We're talking
if
about fraud,
anything
sir.
happens to the Somali
We're talking
community,
about fraud.
Listen, I'm not doing anything. I'm not physically.
Oh, here comes the bodyguard. Tell him to fuck off. Yep. It's like, don't even go there, boy. I'd be like,
why does that one bodyguard look like a white dude in a ski mask?
They're both wearing ski masks.
The bodyguard is looking for the guy who's asking simple questions.
Yeah, that's what I would do. But still. But anyway, let's keep going. Why do I get a feeling all his questions are trained? I wonder which government. I have a feeling someone in the Minnesota government probably trained him to do something like this. Same thing with the that awful that blocked freaking ICE. But anyway,
down the rabbit hole we go, baby.
Oh, it's a big old rabbit hole. I think this whole thing, even in this thing, we're still scratching the surface of this. How deep does this fucking hole go? Beats me. Anyway.
You're getting very close. I'm not physically touching you. No, I'm not physically touching you.
This is fraud. We're talking about fraud.
What you're
defending fraud. You're defending fraud.
Your comments,
you're defending fraud.
People who hate Muslims want us out of here.
People can say what they want. I'm not censoring anybody.
Are using your material. Islamophobes use your material.
Oh, fuck
people
off.
Who hate Islam use your material. Say to us, we don't want you here. Change the Constitution. But guess what? Let me tell you something. Guess what?
Say it. We're asking about fraud.
We're
asking about fraud.
You hate Muslims.
I'm not saying I hate Muslims. We're talking about fraud. We're talking about fraud.
You know what? I'm gonna say it. I mean, there are a couple decent guys out there, but for the most part, these motherfuckers are just weird. You know, it's not. I'm sorry.
I know a couple decent Muslims who aren't such assholes.
I mean, don't get me wrong. They're gonna say, oh, you just have a couple black friends. Yeah, it's the whole couple black friends argument. But I'll tell you this right now, okay? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but for most sects of Islam, it's not compatible with Western values there, buddy. I'm sorry, but you're not.
Yeah, and to all those who keep gaslighting, oh, you're just racist. You're still racist. No, and just because you have a couple of black friends still means you're racist. Fuck off.
Exactly. Anyway.
Attacking us.
This
Are we
is
the
fraud.
only community that suffers because of fraud?
We're talking about fraud.
Are we the only community that does fraud? Are we the only community that does this?
This is about fraud.
All right, there's what, 300 Somali providers in all of Minnesota?
There's actually 800.
800, you idiot.
So,
you speak
transportation
English,
companies.
Your security doesn't even speak English. Listen, let me tell you something.
See, this isn't a race issue, sir. This is about fraud.
We have, what, 1,000 providers?
Yeah, you guys have a...
Even it's 2,000 providers.
Okay,
you want to sacrifice the safety of 80,000 people
we're not
because of fucking 2,000 providers?
Okay.
Oh, he's getting...
Are you stupid?
Oh, yeah,
stupid. You're stupid. We're the transportation company.
What about if a mass shooting happens in Minnesota? It will be because of you. It will be because of you. If any Somali gets hurt in Minnesota, it's because of Nick fucking Shirley.
This is about fraud.
Single Somali
yeah, go fuck yourself, you fat fuck.
Sensationalizes, you son of a bitch. Sensationalizes.
Wow, you're very nice. Very nice.
Get the fuck out of our
Sir,
and lay off the falafels there, buddy.
Yeah. I will be paying you a visit soon, you dumb fat fuck.
Get the fuck out of here.
Sir, this is about fraud.
You wanted clicks?
You're sensationalizing yourself, sir.
You wanted clicks?
You're sensationalizing yourself.
You wanted clicks? You wanted the YouTube?
Tell me where the transportation vehicle is.
I swear.
You got YouTube clicks. Now get the fuck out of our community.
Tell me where the transportation vehicle is.
Get the fuck out of our community.
Tell me where the... This is about fraud.
Say I don't want Muslims here.
This is about fraud.
Say I don't want Muslims here.
Oh, yeah. Call us racist one more time, pal.
Change freedom of religion, and I don't want Muslim Somalis in Minnesota. Kick them out. I was born in this country. You have to take the passport away from me. That is what you
are.
Oh, I was born in this country. Ooh.
Yeah. Sit down there, buddy.
Ooh. Yeah, I find that very hard to believe there, big boy.
Yeah, I mean, if you were born in this country, you wouldn't be speaking broken ass English.
Exactly. Woof.
Whoa. Anyway. Fraud.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
This is about fraud.
Get the fuck out of our community. Get the fuck out of here. Stupid fucking idiot.
Tell me where the transportation company is then.
Get the fuck out of here.
Obviously for this video we had to get security because look at this now.
Yep. Oh, I bet you it's those same dumb. Oh, they here come. I guess that's the awful squad. The same group of people that blocked ICE. Jesus Christ! It's like they made themselves known, then all of a sudden, they brought their stuff down there. It's like, yeah, really. You know, in Ronin, this is a perfect opportunity to put battles in. You know, if you really think about it, because you start asking around, then eventually, then I have a little bit of a dice that sort of generates some sort of silent heat, and if that silent heat's a certain number, that's when some of these bad guys come. That's when some of these guys start coming at you. You know what I mean? And then your investigation turns into a freaking bat shootout. Anyway, any thoughts on this, gentlemen? Woof.
Sounds like
you know, the moment I heard cars honking,
God,
that's when shit.
Principal's office.
No. I'll tell you what, Matthew, finish your Matthew. Matthew, finish your point.
No, Aaron.
Finish your point.
I deserve that principal's office. Go ahead.
All right, I'll tell you what. One more time, Matthew, finish your point. Then we'll go to Snow.
Okay, the moment I heard cars honking, that's when I knew shit was gonna get ugly.
Yep. All right, Snow, what do you think?
Okay, I think for the Ronin campaign, if this shit was going on, the guns would already be drawn out.
Oh yeah, there won't be any honking. Yeah, I'll probably have you roll. Say, hey, you might make an awareness check, and then it's like if someone succeeds, like, wait a minute, you saw a van pull up, and a few scumbags just popped out of there. It's like, uh-oh, we're shooting. Anyway.
Man, by the way, when is the next Ronin play session?
Well, like I said, I got to get the maps together. So far, I'm in the middle of book 8. So, and not only that, I also have to work on the on fixing Final Fantasy Legend. So,
it's gonna be downtime here, and it's gonna be mostly investigation because he wants to work out those mechanics.
Yes, and not only that,
I'm actually thinking I might give investigation a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not only that, I might be after this month, if none of the maps are done, which it looks like that's going to be the case. I'm going to cease work on that temporarily to work on the story trailer. So, anyway, let's continue.
I'm really hoping the investigation mechanics are not going to be a snooze fest.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Alright, we're going. But there is no transportation company in there. Fraud. There were no transportation companies.
No, none.
This isn't about race. This isn't against religion. This is about fraud. We're fighting fraud here. We're not fighting a race.
Well, and this is what happens when you put a spotlight on fraud. The people who are benefiting become extremely violent, and the Somalis are the most violent people I have ever met in my whole life.
Because he couldn't answer the question. Where was the transportation company?
He wouldn't answer the question. All he did was make it about race and then issue threats.
Neither business was there or operating, and giving a very conservative estimate based off of David's numbers and other numbers online, it's fair to say each business is operating with an average of 20 vehicles and with a much lower and generous rate of $25 per trip. And with 10 alleged trips a day, each business is pulling an estimate of $1.3 million in gross revenue. And with those 2 locations alone, there's over $2.6 million in estimated fraud. All right, we're going to the next location.
What's interesting, Nick, is that one of the places we just visited, the 617 Cedar Avenue South, that's for Dreamline Transportation. That's the address listed with the state of Minnesota. But the place that we're going right now is going to have vans that say Dreamline Transportation on them, but they haven't moved in months and months. You'll see they're covered with snow. There will be no tire tracks. And so why are they using this address? And all that was in there was a liquor store. And he told us to talk to the guy next door, and those were all just mailboxes. And then the guy next door said, go talk to him. I said, we just talked to him. Obviously, the cover up, and you see how they all stick together, and it's all this intimidation. And thank God we had the security we did there, because that would have been bad.
Now we're outside of this transportation vehicle company right here.
Yeah, and so you can see these are the vans that say Dreamline. You can see the sticker on the window.
Yeah.
The numbers on the rear.
Hold on, let me go back a little because I want you to see something. What's wrong with this picture?
It never moved. You don't see tracks.
No tracks. They didn't brush the snow off the ground. You see, for each one of these transport deals, if you're making 10 trips a day, it's not going to be covered in snow. You'll be seeing tire tracks all over the place.
It would actually be snow plowed. Actually,
exactly.
If this was a fully functional business, there would not be snow in the parking lot.
Exactly. So
maybe off to the corner where there's a big, huge pile, but outside of that, no, there should not be any snow.
Yeah, really. And and maybe they should check. And I'm wondering if they jot down some of the license plates.
They really should.
Mm-hmm.
Because, good Lord, this rabbit hole is getting deeper and deeper and deeper.
Yeah, don't forget the icicles. I mean, yeah, you can find icicles for moving cars, but this many icicles, especially around the wheel well, yeah, that's pretty sus.
Tell me about it, man.
Let's keep going.
Rear. None of these vehicles have moved in 8 months. I've been taking date stamp photos. All these vehicles are in the exact same spot they were 8 months ago. And look, there's no tire tracks, so they haven't moved.
8 months? 8 fucking months? Jesus Christ. Could they at least... I mean, shit. Let's see if someone get their keys, you start it up... I bet you 10 to 1 their battery's going to be dead.
Well, yeah, you got to do car maintenance, even if the car is not, moving.
Yeah, you have to turn the car on every once in a while, especially if you're keeping it. You have to.
Just today, my dad turned on the lawnmower just so the battery won't die.
Exactly. So every month, I would say every month or so, some. If you're storing a car that you're not using, one of the things you have to do is you have to start the car at least every month or so, at least once every month, twice every month, drive around the block, make sure the battery's properly charged, because if that car remains idle for so long, that battery's going to go out.
Yep, and you're going to need a new one.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you, all those vehicles, the battery's dead.
That and the fact you also have to cycle out the gas too, because gas gets bad. Gas has an expiry date.
So what do you do about a vehicle with bad gas? How do you release that bad gas?
You have to cycle it out.
Oh, you have to drive it?
No, you can't drive it, because if it's bad gas, it probably might fuck up your engine. But the thing here is, you got to make sure that you have very little gas in that car. So this way, if you really need to move it and get it moving again, I've sort of had that experience when I was trying to restore my Eclipse before that bullshit happened. So this was well before I left Chicago. You have to gas the thing up, put some treatment in there, okay, and then so this way you don't have to worry about any internal problems because you let this car sit out long, okay. So getting back to this, they just probably bought those vans just for as props. Okay, I bet you 10 to 1. If they didn't have any digital mileage on this thing, I guarantee you those mileage would probably be at best in the hundreds.
Oh yeah, these are basically like brand new vehicles.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway.
And this van as well, this is Dreamline. Dreamline was the location where we got chased out from the Somalis on 617 Cedar. And this is a vehicle from Dreamline that actually didn't even exist. It was a liquor store. And now it's here and the vans haven't moved at all. Literally, no vans and no tire tracks anywhere. If these vans are being used to transport people, whether it be healthcare, childcare, there would be snow tracks. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 vehicles here. No snow tracks,
no tracks,
anywhere.
Nothing.
These vehicles are not being used, and these transportation companies are making lots of money. Meanwhile, there's actually nothing to show for. Here's all of the vehicles right here. And the vehicles that are coming in and out, like this Toyota, it does not have anything to do with transportation company because there's no stickers on it and there's snow tracks. But the vehicles that are supposed to be used for transportation are literally locked in. Snow is building icicles. No one's even came out to remove the snow off the window. These transportation vehicles are not moving. And then right here, David has more paperwork for Silver Mountain. And there's 3 different companies in the same address.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when we talk about how all these companies are intertwined, this is a perfect example of that.
And this is why these transportation companies are so essential to the fraud in Minnesota, because they allow the fraud to be supported, as the majority of the fraud is from welfare programs like daycares, autism centers, and adult daycares, and healthcare services. They need to leave a paper trail to make it look like something is happening. Therefore, they use these transportation companies to create that paper trail by saying they're moving people from an adult daycare to a healthcare provider, for example, but they actually never provide the service at the healthcare provider. But that paper trail allows them to continue to bill the state for the money, and everyone gets paid. That's why this fraud is so deep and hard to dismantle, because quite literally everyone is involved.
And it's all because the state of Minnesota never checks.
All right, so this is actually the location for Silver Mountain Inc., LLC, and Co. Let's see if any...
LLC Incorporated
yes, we're
and
wondering where
company.
Silver Mountain.
Silver Mountain?
Silver Mountain.
Oh, I don't know that. Where it is.
Oh, take a wild guess who this guy is.
Christ.
Another cashew brain.
I'm gonna go upstairs and get more drinks.
Yeah, you're gonna need plenty of them.
You do that there, Snow.
All right.
I'll be right back.
All right, let's continue.
It says 2722 Park Avenue.
Where is
Silver Mountain here?
Fuck Silver Mountain. You don't have a permission to do that.
Okay,
You
so
were
Silver
to-
Mountain.
Oh, here comes these assholes.
There we go.
The name's not fuck Silver Mountain, it's just Silver Mountain
Don't ask
Home
me
Healthcare.
that. When you come,
All right,
So
sir.
Silver
Well,
Mountain?
so
it's
Silver.
another way.
So
that's
Silver
the
Mountain
way
does
to
not
make a
exist.
business. You're making a
2722
business.
Park
You
Avenue.
have millions of people watching you.
Silver
You're making
Mountain.
business to
Okay,
certain
sir.
people.
2720.
You have millions of people watching right
Yes.
now. Where is Silver Mountain
I don't
Home
know where
Healthcare?
Silver Mountain is.
Okay, well that's what we're
But
looking for. All right, we're moving on.
sitting
So
there-
Silver Mountain does not exist. David, we're just simply asking for where is Silver Mountain?
3.9 million. Woo! And I think this is the fraud, the total they found. You know, Jesus.
Oh my God. All that money.
Mountain Home
I can't
Healthcare.
find any of these companies. I mean, this is shocking. 3 companies are supposed to be in that building, and he's never heard of them. He doesn't know anything about them.
And look, so they don't exist there. Right there, Somali Senior Center and Adult Day Services, a daycare right there. All
Wow.
these welfare companies are in the same location, but their businesses, that business didn't even exist.
It's all fraud, all of it.
So right there is a transportation company, no passenger, just.
Yeah, don't say.
How come you think when it comes time to take accountability for what's happening, or just to answer simple questions about the fraud, they can't answer?
ICE needs
Well,
to pay
I
all these
think-
guys a visit.
Their reaction tells you all you need to know. The reaction is
Yeah, right.
so violent.
343. There's something interesting that I have to tell you about. I think just recently, the Minnesota House might be providing articles of impeachment of Tim Walz. So, I think Tampon Tim's in big doo-doo. And they're saying that he might be resigning within the next week or two.
Here's my thoughts on this. Good riddance to bad rubbish, and if the same thing could happen to Jersey, all the better.
Yeah, I'll tell you this right now. This thing's starting to heat up. Like I said, the thing here is Tim Walz thought this whole ICE shooting was going to try to distract from the fraud thing, but this video alone, it's going to put the focus right back onto the fraud. Yeah, your gambit really, retard. The gambit failed, buddy. You should probably think about how you're going to spend the next 20 years in prison there, bud. 20 or more. Anyway.
That if there was no fraud going on,
that's assuming the prison system even works.
What are you talking about? They would have a civil conversation, but they can't because they know we're shining the light on the fraud, and they have no defense. So, in their mind, being loud and using profanity is their only defense.
Because I'm trying to give them the opportunity to say, where are the transportation companies?
So basically, just like my trolls.
Where are the companies? Yet they can't answer.
And to this point, Nick, the transportation companies we've been to, we haven't seen a single vehicle at any of them. In fact, some of them don't even exist. We can't even find them. We're going to the addresses that are listed on the Secretary of State's website as their business address.
This is a massive parking lot here. We're gonna go ask them where their vehicles are. They should not have any excuse as to why they don't have their vehicles here, other than if they are out driving right now. And what's the story behind this business?
Well, this business is new as of March of 2024. It's Muhammad Malim is the registered agent for 713 Minnehaha Avenue East.
Me and David headed into this building, however, the owner was not there.
We're here at the suite of Epimonnia Transport LLC. There's actually not even a sign here, and anyone here.
Looks like a fucking storage closet entrance. Because I've seen doors like these. They usually lead to like utility rooms or something. You know?
I am suspecting something.
Here. It looks like there's a guy over here. Let's see if we can talk to him really quick. Do you know about Epimonnia Transport here?
So there was a transportation company here in 305 for a long time, even before I joined the building a few years ago. He's never really here. I've seen the office a couple times. There's barely anything in there but a couch. And then I see him maybe twice a month so.
And there's no transport vehicles outside. Massive parking lot, but no transport.
I've never seen one. I've been here for 3 years and I'm always here. I'm a workaholic. I'm just nonstop here, so I know everybody in the building, and this specific space here is probably the most sketchy out of any other business here. Everyone else is here, they're friendlier. He just pops in and out.
For instance, this guy Muhammad, he should have his business in 308. There should be transportation vehicles outside. There's nothing.
That's weird that you say 308 because he's always been in 305 for the last 3 years.
Wow, so he's even lying on his public records.
So he's using another address he's using another suite as an address. And he's using another room basically to operate. That doesn't sound suspicious or anything, does it?
Nope.
And this guy, and it's good. This guy's a good, and this guy's good witness. That's probably why they blurred his face, because they don't want it. They don't want him having to deal with the tenants there, because some of them could be awfuls. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't blame them.
Yeah.
With the government.
I would assume if he was to make and doing fraud, it makes sense to switch it up and throw people off track. It would be the first thing somebody would do, I would think.
So since the fraud has started to be exposed, Muhammad has left the scene $5,200,000 vehicles outside. So Muhammad has completely left the scene. He's nowhere to be found, and this parking lot, massive parking lot, actually never even had any transport vehicles, according to the guy who.
So apparently he said that this guy Muhammad left the scene. So in other words, he's gone to ground. I'm willing to bet he's either gone to ground or probably fucked off back to Somalia. One of the two. I think it's going to be the former, not the latter.
I wish it was the latter, because good Lord.
What in the actual bruh? Yeah, exactly.
Lived or had his office next to Muhammad. How quick do you think the fraud would dry out here in Minnesota if they were to cut out the transportation side of the fraud?
I think it would have a massive effect, and that the signal that would send would let people know the party's over.
Because if me and you were to go to the doctor, we'd either have to find a family member, drive ourselves, or pay for an Uber. How come they even have this set up?
Yeah, I tried to arrange a ride with one of these Somali transportation companies. They said they were all full. So now we're at 2833 13th Avenue South in Minneapolis, and there's supposed to be a non-emergency medical transportation company here called Advance Mobility Incorporated. And what's interesting about this company is that state records show that it first registered with the state of Minnesota in 1999.
So nearly 3 decades ago. And this is way before Obama got in. So either this was legitimate at first, or they were working the scam far back than anyone else thought.
Oh my God.
And they have been in business for over 26 years.
Yes, correct.
And so we're going to go inside.
They must have a lot of vehicles.
So this is Advanced Mobility 2833, boarded up. All these windows are covered right here. We're going to see if we can go inside. There's a bunch of shops in here. We have money transferring shop. We got.
Oh my God.
There's a coffee shop. Let's see if Advance.
Oh, looks like a one-stop shop for cashew heads.
Tell me about it.
Mobility is in here. We got spices. Is Advance Mobility here?
You know 224?
I don't think you guys are allowed to record it.
Do you know where Advanced Mobility is?
Suite 224.
She's recording over there, so. Suite 224. Do you guys know where Advanced Mobility is? Do you guys know where Advanced Mobility is?
Advanced Mobility?
Yeah, we're looking for it. Never heard of it?
What is this? What is that?
Man,
my name's Nick.
Look at the fucking gear they got on. I bet you that costs a pretty penny.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, really. Yeah, nothing says, oh, we're just humble Somalis trying to make a living, like a bunch, like a bunch of shit from the North Face.
Never mind, you're rocking a Rolex, dude.
Yeah.
Nick Shirley, we're just looking for Advanced Mobility. Where's Advanced Mobility at?
We don't care about Advanced Mobility.
That's what we're asking for. All right, we're looking for Advanced Mobility. Nobody can help us right now. We got a whole group of people trying to get us out of here. We're looking for Advanced Mobility. Advanced Mobility doesn't exist.
Ooh. You know who's going to be paying a visit later, do you?
You need to get out. You need to get out. Get out.
Now they're pushing us out of here. Where's Advanced Mobility at?
We don't care about Advanced Mobility.
That's what we're asking for.
Get out. Get out.
Would you like to give a statement on where Advanced Mobility is?
No, go ahead. Get out. We don't care.
So Advanced Mobility is not anywhere here. We're leaving, sir. Would you like to give a statement on what's happening here in Minnesota?
You make stuff up. This is a lie. I don't care. Who do you work for? Who do you work for? No, who do you work for?
Nick Shirley.
Who do you work
This
for?
is Nick Shirley, sir.
I don't care about Nick Shirley. That's you.
Yes, sir.
But who do you work for?
For Nick Shirley.
I don't care about Nick Shirley.
That's who he's working for today, Nick Shirley.
This is from the
We
state
don't
of
care. We don't care
Minnesota.
about that. Get out of here.
And see, you guys say I can't film, but look what you guys filmed.
Yeah. I still be seeing you soon, assholes.
Advanced mobility doesn't exist.
Well, so what was interesting
Yeah,
was
they will get
we walked
iced.
in there, and on the state's website, it says it's in Suite 224, but it's a one-story building. None of the suites had the number 2 on them. It doesn't exist. And it's been registered since 1999, and it doesn't exist.
All right, next location. David, where are we at?
We're at what's called Ray's, R-A-Y-Z Transportation, LLC.
Another one I can't spell. Yeah, it's a
Oh
fairly
my
new
God.
one. You want you know that place that's been there since '99. You want to bet that's one of the centers of that fraud? You want to bet that's the case?
I'm betting about 200.
Yeah.
Oh, taking a
This is
long
Ray's
time to get
transportation. We're on
quick.
a street. There's no parking lot for any transportation vehicles. We'll see what happens. This is the address for Ray's Transportation.
Oh, what we got here?
See if anybody is here. Is
It's like a
Ray's
delivery.
Transportation here, sir?
I don't know. Transportation place. There's no transportation places here.
Oh, okay, well.
It's all
It's just Ray's.
healthcare places.
R-A-Y-Z.
Well, I think it's confirmed they're not here, David. So
Oh.
it's confirmed that Ray's
can
Transportation.
talk in normal English.
Yeah, that security guy. He seems to be on the up and up. I mean, come on, he's probably collecting a check. So I don't think no need to be hostile to that guy.
Transportation companies, they're kind of like ghost companies. They exist on paper, but they don't actually exist in person. Would you like to see anybody in the government here held accountable?
Most definitely, because there can definitely be an allocation of funds.
And what's your message to Tim Walz?
Make a change, because there's definitely, even when it comes down to like the kids and stuff, there's definitely stuff that like we need spaces for the things that are going on that they're not doing. We need these type of spaces for it. Now this is some crazy stuff, but I'm glad that you bringing light to it. It is a crazy, interesting situation.
Oh, here we go.
Hey.
Oh, shit.
The false narrative that you be going on is a nonsense.
You should get in your car because
you should not be doing that, right?
Wait a minute, this guy looks familiar. Was it one of those guys?
Oh
that
my
had
God,
those-
is that Steve Urkel?
No. He had that same type of glasses on during one of those videos, and those glasses are pretty expensive, apparently. Yeah, this guy just came out of nowhere and just jumped out of the car. It's like
I swear to God, it's Steve Urkel. It's got to be Steve Urkel's mentally retarded cousin.
Yeah, you want to know something?
Play ball for Steve Urkel.
This motherfucker right here. Now I'm willing to bet the minute someone start poking around, it's like some. I have a feeling they have a little communication system. I guarantee you. Again, going back to the wire. I wonder if we could put tap. It would be funny if we could put taps on these places. You know what I mean? Be like trying to cover the fraud, and all of a sudden it's like, but the problem is someone will probably be speaking Somali and shit. So
You
Either
are
Somali or
creating
broken ass
misinformation. This
English.
is not fair. It's not fair for the American people to be doing that.
For
It's
fraud to
not
be happening?
fair. It's not fair what you mean.
it's not fair that you're stealing from the said people, you dumbass.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, exactly. Another uppity Somali looking for a fight, exactly.
You cannot be doing that. You're not being fair.
How?
This country is built on fairness. You're not being fair.
Yeah,
you
so-
cannot come into the community and be doing that.
So we shouldn't allow fraud to be happening, right?
Let the legal system do its job.
Well, it's failed.
We got a governor. We got a attorney general. Let them do the job.
Yeah, the problem is both of them are communists and they're corrupt and in on it. Nice try there, buddy boy. Unbelievable.
You're not in a position to do the job. You're not a prosecutor.
Yes, he is.
If you want to run for office, go ahead, run for office. But you cannot be doing this. This is misinformation. This is information.
How is it misinformation, sir? It's from the
This is what you're doing.
state
You're
of
coming
Minnesota.
You're coming
Is
everywhere.
this guy even?
Oh, here comes the police.
Find misinformation?
Oh, that's fire.
You see what I mean? We're talking about the facts that's happening here.
You can't. It's south side. It's my turf. Get it.
Sir, so we were just having a civil conversation. That guy hopped out of his car in the middle of the road. In the middle of the road about the fraud that's happening. And he's saying
He's like,
that I'm the bad guy.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this guy. Yeah, we're all this guy right here. He's like, because I know that look. I know that look. It's a look that's basically saying, it's the unbelievable, man.
Yeah, it's more the I ain't even get paid enough to deal with this shit, man.
Yeah, we're all take that face and multiply it by 300 million, by about 200 million. That's how we're all feeling right now.
All this black man.
Man, you know what? I'm gonna give this guy a cheers for having the patience of Job. You know what? Hold on. We'll wait till the end. Who knows?
For showing light of what's happening here.
They're passionate. They're passionate people. They don't want this type of stuff either going on or be brought to light. So that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna it's a very tight knit community.
You saw it firsthand how crazy it gets out here. He hopped out in the middle of the intersection. So this isn't about race. You're a black guy. They're black, right? We don't have no ill feelings towards you by any means. We're talking about the fraud that's happening. So God bless you, sir, and thank you very much. Why are we doing?
All right, now with
God bless this man indeed. Yeah,
as
let's
a matter
give
of
this
fact,
guy
a cheers.
Actually,
no, we give him a cheers.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
I don't blame. He's like, he's probably just moving around looking at this shit. Guy comes around asking questions like, hey, you know what? I'll share a few. Then all this crap. Because you know what? Like I said, as soon as the cameras go off, give that man some, take him out to dinner or something. You know? Shit.
Yeah, he probably needs it.
Yeah.
Needs it considering all the shit he's dealing with. Oof.
Yeah, really.
Doing this.
So we're doing this, A, because it's the right thing to do. The people of Minnesota and the people of America want this done. Fraud is fraud. And when we try and talk with these people and say, look, the main reason we're doing this is to find out why are all these checks being written by the state of Minnesota for companies that don't even exist. That's what we're trying to figure out. It's not a race issue. It's a fraud issue, and fraud is fraud.
And so what most people don't understand about this fraud is it is literally in the entire state of Minnesota. It's not just in one part of Minneapolis.
Right, and so I think what happens is the people in the suburbs of Minneapolis and St. Paul, they get lulled into a false sense of security because they say, oh, that's in Minneapolis, it doesn't affect us, or that's in St. Paul. And we're showing that this fraud spreads throughout the entire state of Minnesota, including all of the suburbs, and we're going to bring to light exactly what's going on in those respective suburbs.
And so what's happening in this suburb of St. Louis Park?
Well, this is one of the Somali NEMT, non-emergency medical transportation companies, that's registered with the state of Minnesota in St. Louis Park. And so let's see if this one actually exists.
This is the location of Crescent Transportation. We have no...
Crescent Transportation, yeah, I think we know what the Crescent stands for right there, bud. Yeah.
Vans outside right now. Does not look like any
No
vans are
vans.
outside. Let's go inside, see if Crescent Transportation exists. Here we are, and it's an apartment complex. There's no signage of any Crescent Transportation Company. Once again, another fraudulent business where they don't even have
apartment complex. Looks more like a housing project to me. What do you think? Starting with you,
Maybe
Matthew.
it was a housing project, but they converted it to a hotel. I don't know.
Yeah. What do you think, Matt?
All I gotta say is this. Iced.
Mm-hmm.
A storefront to show where they're at. This is an apartment complex. So this is an apartment complex right here?
Yeah.
And have you ever seen Crescent Transportation out here?
Nope.
And what do you think about the fraud taking place here in Minnesota?
Huh? I'm a taxpayer. I don't like it.
What's your message to all the fraudsters?
Huh? Prosecute their ass. Take it.
Oh yes, I love Black Eyewitness, man. When it comes to this.
I really love this guy right there, dude. He just says it so blunt and honest.
Yeah.
Straight to the point.
Yeah.
I love it. He's gonna prosecute their asses.
Yeah, like I said, this is what we call the Black Eyewitness man. sometimes they get annoying, but sometimes they get very entertaining. Read that guy read what happened in Cleveland over a decade ago when he found out that one of his neighbors were keeping young women in his basement. You remember that situation, right?
Oh, remember that one? I think he down the door.
Yeah, he lived down the street, and I think he was just about to go get some Mickey D's, and then this lady comes up to me all disheveled and says, "I live here. I was held up in this place," and that's when he got the police to come. That's when he alerted the authorities. But like I said, that guy was one of the great, became a meme, one of the greatest mad lads in history right there. And all he just wanted to do was get some Mickey D's that day. If you don't know who I'm talking about, I'll show. Most of you probably know, so I'll show them off a bit.
And how do you feel knowing that, for instance, right here, a transportation company that receives money from the government is not even here? It's the apartment complex.
I just said, I don't like it. I'm a taxpayer. I work hard for my money. People out here fraud, they still go to jail.
And should Tim Walz go to jail?
Oh, he cricket too, huh? All them cricket, all the politicians. My daddy ain't never liked none of them.
So that man
Cheers!
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
What do you think, Matthew?
This dude is just blunt, so blunt and honest. He deserves a cheers on me too.
Yeah. So you still
all the cheers.
Oh my god. My dad don't do like me, man. Yeah, that's real talk right there. Yeah. All this talk about racial solidarity, all that stuff. Have you noticed in all of these freaking gatherings, except for Somalis, there's not one single fucking black folk out there? Have you noticed that?
You know, that's a thinker.
That's because if you read certain books of Islam, they believe black people are subhuman.
Exactly.
Really now? Should I even be surprised at this point?
Let me finish. Like, only fit for slavery, castrate the men, and basically do some horrible shit to women.
Yeah, still the women. Same what they do to some of these poor girls in England.
And they want to blame white people for slavery because.
Oh, I blame the fucking UK government and the UK police because they're in on it.
I believe
as
so.
well.
Yeah. Anyway, let's continue.
It's confirmed that this is an apartment complex.
Right, and so the cities have
million.
specific rules governing operating businesses out of apartments. They do not allow transportation companies to park vehicles in an apartment parking lot. None of the cities in the Twin Cities allow that.
Because even if you were to be running a transportation company out of your apartment, there's nowhere to park the cars.
Well, where are they?
I don't see them.
Crescent. I don't see anything with Crescent on it anywhere.
More fraud.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of nothing out there.
Hopkins Child Care Center. This facility is licensed to hold 118 children. So this should be a really big facility.
Oh,
this
more
should
children.
alone.
Starmer needs to get yoinked
I
yesterday
agree.
ago.
But now, looks like we're going to another Learing Center.
Oh, boy.
They have received $2.25 million from the state of Minnesota, and last year they received $1.92 million from the state of Minnesota. And this facility, in the past 5 years, has been in the top 10 for the most money received from the state of Minnesota.
So there should be plenty of children. There should be footprints of children walking in and out.
This should be a very busy place, yes.
So this right here is Hopkins Child Care Center. They're receiving over $2 million a year. All of the windows are completely blacked out. You can't even get in. And for a place that's supposed to have over 100 children, there's no footprints anywhere going into the store.
Yeah, I wonder why.
It's locked. Midday right now. This is the back side of the daycare. We're ringing the doorbell right now. See if anybody comes. Hello, sir. How are you doing? How are you doing? Yes, sir.
Get out.
Okay, listen.
Yep, here it is.
This is our business. What are you looking for?
We don't care what you.
Yeah, what are you doing at the Learing Center? What are you doing at the Learing Center? Yep, of course the cashew heads come out in full. It's like, it's not one person answering the door. It's like 3 or 4. You know, have you noticed that?
Oh, yeah.
And they bring out their stupid phones. It's like, what?
Yeah.
They got a bunch of...
I'm surprised no one snatched the phones from their hands and smashed it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, Snow, this is something I've noticed. It seems like it's like the minute they come out there, they got their jacket, they got their coats on, they got their freaking phones at the ready. It's like what? It's like what? There must be like a yeah, there it is. There's like a camera right up here, right? And so they probably see Nick Shirley and his crew is like, oh, we're about to be invaded. We're about to be invaded. Come on, get your coats on, get your phones on. We got to probably speaking Somali or some shit. Anyway,
oh my god! I think we need to bring in the National Guard with shotguns. Just blow a hole through the door, and in the dog droids, and just get these guys.
You can't
get these guys.
You can't do it with National. You can't do it with National Guard. Unfortunately, that would be unlawful, well, unless it's Insurrection Act. But what you can do is you can have ICE do that. But anyway.
Yeah, you just let ICE do the voodoo magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let me rephrase that. I want ICE to basically walk in with shotguns, blow through that door, in the dog droids, and drag these fuckers out.
Yeah.
Get deported.
Mm-hmm.
You on the parking lot?
Go this side.
Yeah.
This private.
I can be here in the parking lot.
No. You don't be here.
Wait, can we ask you about the daycare? It's all right. It's all right. Can we ask you about the daycare?
No. I don't care, Ken.
Sir, I'm not racist.
You have to live here.
I'm asking
No. You don't ask me nothing.
$2.25 million.
Get out, you guys. Get out.
$2.5 million.
Get out.
This is a business.
Get out, hey. Get out. What are you looking for?
We're asking. We just want to.
Get out.
We just want to ask you about $2.25 million.
Get out.
Fuck you say.
Get out.
Of here, man.
Get out, guys. Get out.
You cannot do that.
Get out. No, you cannot. You cannot do that.
Where?
Get out.
This is
fucking get out, man. No. Get lost. Get out. No.
Sir.
You have to get out. This is our property. Get out.
Why? Can I ask you about the daycare? I have the paperwork right here.
Oh, you know who this guy's calling, right?
Oh, it's calling more gaslighters.
Calling reinforcements. Probably maybe who knows? Maybe a couple of their boys, maybe some awfuls.
Yeah, more gaslighting mofos.
Yeah, The question is who? More Somalis, maybe some awfuls, more guys who want to become freaking martyrs.
I swear to God, we need to do a
What's the
massive.
need for $2.25 million for a daycare?
Get out.
Can you answer the question?
Get out. No, I don't ask you any question. Fucking. You guys, get out.
You can't answer the
Get
question.
out. No. Who are you?
My name's Nick Shirley.
No, I don't give a shit. Get out.
I don't give a shit.
Can you answer the question?
By the way, notice that sign on the left hand corner. That's got to be the most stupidest sign I've. That's got to be the most. God, I've seen 5-year-olds draw better than that.
Yeah, really. And that's supposed to be a child care center. Where the? You know, and I'm not even gonna ask that because.
Yeah.
No, this is
my mind is going into some really dark places, and I do not want to be sent to the principal's office.
Okay, so what's up, Snow?
You know this is low effort work on their half.
Very low effort. Shit. I do better than that with low effort. Exactly, 343. These are nothing more than cowards.
What's the need for $2.25 million for a daycare?
No, fucking $1 million. Don't worry about it. Get out.
Okay.
Get out.
And it's licensed for 118
Get out.
children,
Get out.
but I don't see any footprints of any children here. I don't see any footprints of any children here.
Get out. Fucking guys.
I don't think you want to know what they do with the children there, Nick. Just saying.
Yep.
You know, if I was king for the day, and I could do anything I want, oh my God, would the tanks be coming and they'd be aiming at this building?
Oh yeah. I would say Don't send tanks. Send in 18-wheelers. They're quicker and more. They're a lot quicker.
Yeah, but I like my big guns and bang bang.
Yeah, I mean there is a way to satisfy both worlds. Make the tanks a little smaller. I mean, anyone's seen Dominion Tank Police?
Yeah, makes sense. Send in Bonaparte. That'll work.
Booyah!
Anyway.
And have Metal Slug music playing in the background.
Yeah. Anyway.
No, you're not asking me nothing, man.
I'm just asking you about what we're seeing here.
No, get out. Get out our business. Get out.
Sir,
this is my property.
You have millions of people watching right now. Can you say what's the need for $2.25 million? And where are the 118 children?
Motherfucker, get out.
Sir, I'm just asking you a simple question.
Get out. No, you're not asking me any question. Fucking get out.
You have the opportunity to answer the question.
No. You can't ask me nothing.
You know, Nick Shirley. At that point, you know what Nick Shirley started to remind me of when he's confronting these guys. You know who?
Project Veritas when it was good.
Close.
Charlie Kirk?
Nah, not Charlie Kirk. No, we're talking. Go back further.
Well, it's not Alex Jones.
Why don't you have a seat over there?
Oh.
It's sort of like he's doing sort of like that Chris Hansen style right there.
Yep. I knew it was Hansen.
Yeah, have you noticed? It's sort of like we just want to answer you some simple questions, sir. Then he gets all ambivalent, and he's like calm. He keeps calm and pushing the issue. You know, I love it.
Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out, motherfucker! Get out!
Sir,
Get out!
just answer the question.
No!
Just answer
Get
the
out!
question.
No! Get out! Leave!
Sir, just answer the simple question.
Leave!
Hey, don't touch me! Don't touch me!
You YouTube, man! Get out!
All right, code word has been given. We're out.
Get out!
All right, we gotta get out of here.
Get out!
Sir, just answer the question. Where are the children? No footprints of any children around here. No footprints of any children. They can't
again, I don't think you want to know what to do with the children there.
Plenty of opportunities. Just answer some simple questions. Millions of people are watching right now.
They came out with guns blazing. All we want to know is where are the children? 118 children, no footprints in the snow. All of their vehicles were sitting there with 2 feet of snow on them. They haven't moved in months.
The windows are all blacked out.
Yeah.
It's the same thing at all these daycares. 4 men came out, yet they couldn't answer the simple question. 118 children. $2.25 million this year.
Welcome to Minnesota.
Now this daycare center, how much money has this one received?
Ooh, another Learing Center.
This child care center is called Proud Child Care Center, and it's in Eden Prairie, Minnesota, which is a very high income
Anyone want to bet there's going to be actual children involved?
Nope. And by the way, Eden Prairie, Minnesota. I'm not. Wasn't this the home base of one time of Game Informer?
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
It's
a pretty.
Point is made. Minnesota is definitely fucking full of fraud. Can we get on to Florida, man?
And full of fucking Somalians. But we're gonna take a look at this. Like I said, we only got 11 minutes to go.
Yeah, it's a further out suburb from Minneapolis, but there are a lot of multi-billion-dollar homes right in this neighborhood, and this childcare got $1.25 million in funding in fiscal year 2025. It got $1.08 million last year. It opened in 2021. Let's go see if we can find any kids.
There should be at least 40 children here. Looking at the snow prints, does not look like there's any snow prints of any young children. And all of these windows are completely
blacked out, of course.
Just talk to somebody. Could I enroll my son Joey into daycare here?
How about no?
The paperwork where I could enroll a child.
No.
Oh, my name's Nick Shirley. I was wondering if I could enroll a child. I have a son named Joey. My name's Nick Shirley. Yeah, I'm just coming out and seeing if I could enroll my child, Joey. We just want to get a statement as to why this daycare needs $1.26 million and if it's even possible to enroll somebody like my child, my imaginary child, Joey. No, you guys can't give a clear statement, or could you even give me a paper to enroll a child into the daycare? Just to show that you guys are a legit business. It would debunk all claims if you could just give me a piece of paper saying where to enroll a child. You can't do that. Okay, well, thank you very much. And I hope this place actually is holding 47 children because you guys are receiving $1.26 million in this year alone. So have a great rest of your day. They won't even give us a paper to enroll a child. Could have debunked all their claims. They can't even do it.
Yeah.
One of the big talks about the fraud is about Quality Learing Center. It's a daycare that has received $1.9 million. It's licensed for over 99 children. And instead of quality learning, it says quality leering outside. But the big controversy about the Quality Learing Center is that Somalians, after the video went live, they all of a sudden started shuffling children into the daycare.
Yep, there you go. That sounds like bullshit.
What?
Yeah, and also,
okay, they got caught. So to enhance their lie and try to get people off them, they're dragging their kids in this, child daycare center.
And not only that, I think there was a post on Craigslist saying that that they're hiring people with children to do performative stuff for money. So
God, no.
That is just scummy.
Very scummy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the Commissioner of Children of Minnesota was on a live stream saying they had closed the daycare a week ago.
Quality Learning Center closed just over a week ago.
How much money has this place all received? And what's...
This is...
Now, I'm willing to bet this lady right here, she said they closed it about a week ago, but I just have a feeling she's lying.
Lying. Well, I will also say this. I hear too many fucking nightmare stories about Craigslist. The hell are they doing? Other than quickly trying to cover up their scam.
Oh, yeah. They're covering up big time.
Closed just over a week ago.
How much money has this place all received? And what's...
This is the one that's licensed for 99 children. This fiscal year, they've received $1.9 million. And in fiscal year 2024, they had received about $2.2 million. So about $4 million in the last 2 fiscal years.
We're repping the Quality Learing Center, 1-800-FRAUD. As now, it had been confirmed that this place was closed down, and now they're shuffling children into the daycare.
So Tiki Brown said this facility was closed.
Oh, she said a week ago.
And now magically it's full of cars. So how can it be closed if people are coming and going?
Fraud. Why do you have everybody here?
Okay, this is the owner right here.
They can record. We just need off the property.
So you guys can record. So how come they said this building was closed? We're trying to speak to the owner. They won't even answer a simple question. Look, now he's going inside.
Sir, don't run though. It looks suspicious when you run. You can smile, but bro.
Sir, I'm right here.
He's right here to speak to you.
I'm right here.
Don't do that. Oh,
you can't defend the fraud.
Come on, at the daycare doing. Hey, not at the daycare doing the middle finger though.
We have like 100 cameras on it. Now, both of these people have interesting ties with politicians inside of Minnesota. For instance, the man who's running the daycare, he was celebrating with Mayor Fry after he won re-election of mayor inside of Minneapolis. And then this lady right here sitting in front of Ilhan Omar as she has photos with her outside of the restaurant. And she also has videos of her giving a tour to a separate daycare to Mayor Fry. It really makes you wonder why these politicians haven't fought against the fraud, knowing that it's happening in locations
they're
like
in
the Lear
on
Center.
it. That's
Meanwhile,
why.
they're taking photos and celebrating with them at events. What's your message, people, about the fraud here in Minnesota?
This is part of the cover-up. They're trying to cover their tracks. So let me say this on camera. If you can prove that any of the information that I have here is false, I'll give you $100,000 cash. If any of it's false or inaccurate in any way. Anybody want to take me up? And if you can't prove it, you have to give me $100. 100%. I'll give you $100,000 if you can disprove my information.
See, they all went silent. Silent.
Anybody? Your $100 versus my $100,000 cash.
They're all silent. What do you think about the fraud here?
Hey, the fraud here in Minnesota, I ain't gonna lie, it's crazy. Like, what do you mean specifically? What do you mean?
Yeah, how do you feel about this daycare, for instance, receiving $1.9 million? And they couldn't even spell learning right. They spelled leering.
Hey, man, Somalis, they're an interesting creature. I'm not gonna lie, I can't say too much. I'm already too hot, but I mean,
interesting.
Tim Watts, you gotta solve this stuff. Minnesota really cracked down on this because they've been doing this for years. So
should Tim Walz be prosecuted?
Hell yeah.
And at this point, you're probably wondering where all the millions and billions of dollars has gone. Well, it's been well tracked that a lot of the money, millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, has been funneled through TSA at the airport inside of Minnesota. It's been well tracked and documented. Even in 2017, there was reports coming from the local Fox News station, and I was actually able to meet up with a whistleblower who used to work as an agent at TSA on the side of narcotics, and he saw millions of dollars go through TSA.
And what kind of fraud did you see take place here in Minnesota?
So I worked for the airport police for 31 years. 24 of those years I worked in narcotics at MSP Airport. And my recollection was from about 2015-16 to 2021 when I retired. I would get emails from our dispatch saying like 2 male Somali descent individuals. They would give us their names. They claimed the cash, that they had a large amount of cash at the checkpoints. We'd get all this information in an email, and I believe they would send it right away. So TSA would contact our dispatch telling us this, then our dispatch would relay the info via email to us.
And how much was the money?
The money, the smallest amount in a suitcase that I heard was like $750,000. But generally, it was anywhere from $1 million to $6 million in a suitcase. And there usually was...
Yeah,
That's a lot of dimp.
That is a lot of dimp that can purchase a lot of drip.
A lot of drip.
Oh my
and if
God.
If they're sending it overseas back to Somalia, probably a lot of weapons. A lot of a lot of munitions.
Yep, our tax dollars are paying for, wars in Somalia.
Well, there's civil
Lovely.
war, so it could be, and plus terrorism as well. And they use all this money to go back to Somalia. So basically, the cash is clean, and not only that, they give the local politicians kickbacks. So basically, this is a textbook mafia operation. And like I said, Michael Francis would confirm it because he did a similar scam like this, except it's wasn't nearly as big. He still got some money off of it. So even a former mafia guy's telling you, this is a scam. This is a textbook scam. Shit, you're making the Italian mafia, making the Italian mob look like freaking amateurs. That's nasty.
Yeah, really. And mind you, they're lower double digit cashew heads.
Yeah, which means
how the fuck does that even remotely work?
I guarantee
I'm
you.
still trying to wrap my head around this shit.
Maybe I think some of the state officials probably showed them how to do that. Because I still have it in my head. I still have it in my head.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, if I may interject, I do believe they're getting help, but I'm also thinking they're not as dumb as we give them credit.
I don't know. I just have a feeling there's certain politicians within Minnesota politics that probably are the ringleaders of the scam. Hell, maybe even some federal. It's funny that it started around 2015. Now, what happened in 2015? A certain president was
Obama.
Yeah. I wonder if he's benefiting from the scam too. Who knows?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was.
Me neither.
Aaron, I mean, all of them are smart, or smarter than we give them credit. I'm just saying, maybe a few of them are smarter than we give them credit.
Yeah. So the question is, who's at the top of this scam pyramid? I think we'll find out eventually.
It's the fucking politicians.
Yes, that's what I think.
As far as I can remember, there was always two individuals traveling. So you would have maybe one guy with 2.2 million and another guy with 3 million. And
at airports, you're able to take $10,000 without declaring it. How are these guys able to take millions of dollars?
Because as far as I know, as long as they declared it, they were fine. So then TSA would contact HSI and Customs, and I'm sure they got the information. We got the information. My administration knew about it, and I trust that they sent that on to higher state officials on this, but nothing was ever done the whole time I was there. I talked to one individual. We were going after narcotic cash leaving the airport. This was always fraud. We had no nexus to that this cash was related to narcotics. So our hands were kind of tied. We couldn't do a whole lot.
How do you suspect these Somalians had millions of dollars to move in an airport?
We would rack our heads all the time, like, where are they getting this? Where in the world are they getting this money? And I had heard about these daycares and whatnot, but I mean, I thought at the time, okay, maybe they had 10 daycares, but apparently they have a lot more than that. We were all just racking our heads trying to figure this out.
So you openly saw just millions of dollars get moved through these airports?
I saw one time. I saw an open suitcase with the cash because we were looking into seeing if it was narcotics related, which it was not.
How much money do you think moved through the airport in your time?
Millions, literally millions and millions. I mean, we're talking for a good 5-6 years, you're talking, I don't know, 5 to 6 million a week. It would happen twice a week. You would get twice a week where there would be somebody flying, two people flying out with $1 to 2 to 3 to 4 or $5 million twice a week, every week, without fail.
And where were those people traveling to?
So this is the word I got, that they would fly to Atlanta, take a flight from Atlanta to Dubai, and then apparently what I had heard was it was too dangerous to go any further with it, so they'd wire the money to Somalia. Whether they scraped a whole bunch off the top and did that, I don't know.
Wow, so they take the money from Minnesota, take it to Atlanta, and then take it to Dubai, and then from Dubai they then wire the money.
Correct. I don't know that for sure, but that's what I was told by other investigators.
So all the taxpayers' dollars were getting funneled through the airports and then taken to Dubai to be sent to Somalia.
Yes. Yes. It appears that's how it all went down, yes.
And that's the video, gentlemen. So, any thoughts before we talk about Florida Man?
All I gotta say is this. Iced.
I agree.
Yep. Nice, baby.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Snow? Anything further you wish to add?
We got to get rid of this fraud. We got to get the people responsible with this. And they need to be fucking serving in a fucking cell. The rest of their fucking life.
I agree. This is just unbelievable. I mean, they tax us.
I'm thinking thick hot.
I mean, yeah. And it's not just Minnesota, folks. It's in every blue state. I wouldn't be surprised if we found more fraud like in Illinois, New York, freaking. We already found some in Maine, Washington, fucking shit. Probably Oregon or some. I don't know. There's a lot.
Don't forget Jersey, dude.
Jersey could be a problem. Yeah, definitely. So.
Yeah,
anyway.
I should know because I'm from Jersey. Ugh.
So, with that said, it's been a while since we dug them out. It is once again time for the return of our favorite superhero. It is the continuing adventures of Florida Man.
Florida Man!
No one told you life was gonna be this way.
Oh yeah, this store is definitely selling some good liquor, and I can definitely go for some right now.
Well, this store sells some good liquor.
Yeah. We got some sweet potatoes.
And one Game Boy. Probably should be. He said, "Get a lot of cashew heads."
Yep. We couldn't feed you any cashew heads, but here's a cookie. And this Florida Man, yes, you can see him. It's time for another. We're going back into the Grady Judd files. Yes, indeed. So the question here is, what funny story does Grady Judd have for us today?
Well, let's find out.
Oh yeah.
Now, occasionally, I bring you stuff that you just can't believe, that you'll never get over, that may even scar you for life. But I got to introduce you to this guy. He's not from Polk County, of course. I don't think we got anybody from Polk County quite like this guy. This is Matthew Zaccarino. He's 39. He's from Altamont Springs. And he's on this construction site in a vehicle by himself. And as our deputies approach him to see what's he doing on this construction site, we see this dude wearing a red lace bra with prosthetic silicone breastises. Know what I mean? Well, then we notice he's wearing a G-string, showing off the boys. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then our two deputies say to themselves, Self, this is highly unusual. But
I'll say you got some probably got a freaking some sick freak with onogynephilia. Oof. Any thoughts on this so far? Starting with you, Snow.
I said ew.
Say what?
I said ew.
How about you, Matthew? I think his brain's broken.
Matt, are you there? Are you okay?
No.
Yep, his brain's broken. But gentlemen, this gets even better.
But you don't realize how dangerous these situations are, because under a prosthesis, we found a gun.
Yep. He was hiding a biscuit in front of his fake tits. And that's the gun in question right there. Looks like a fucking toy if you ask me. But yep, that's a real gun. Because there's your magazine. Yeah, that looks like a Glock there to me. Yep, take it in, gentlemen. Process it.
Just tell me they locked this guy up in an insane asylum already.
Well, we still got a few more seconds left here, so let's finish it up.
So he was armed trespassing. He said he was on the way to the costume party. We go, okay, where's the costume party? Well, he couldn't answer that, and then he sold up on us and quit wanting to talk at all.
Yeah, and if he's going to said costume party, why the gun? Why the gun? I find that a little peculiar.
He is wearing a bikini that's G-string to begin with. Sorry, Matt.
But yeah, 343 saying, "Why hide a pew pew behind fake tatas?" I think I think Matthew is mentally damaged, unfortunately. So.
Hey, Oscar! How's this for brain rape? Jeez!
All right, let's finish up here.
Can you imagine that? He's mad at us for trying to find out why he's wearing lace bras with guns and G-strings or G-somethings or...
Please, for the love of God, can we not?
Anyway, he went...
Can we move on from this? My brain fucking melted.
Gentlemen, well, I would expect this in like some sort of like Planet Fitness bathroom, but a construction site?
Oh, dear God. Planet Fitness, I actually used to go to Planet Fitness mostly because of my mom.
Poor construction workers. Those poor men and women.
Yeah, definitely. But we have a bonus clip for you. This isn't necessarily a Florida man, all right?
Is it a palate cleanser?
Please let it be a palate cleanser! Please!
Hold on. Here it is. Well, he done it again.
Well, it's good enough.
Entire media was moved into...
Well, I'm not going to explain. Just keep an eye on the dog.
Entire media was moved into the direction of, oh my God, I can't believe the protesters that are protesting again.
You see that?
That fucking scumbag.
One more time.
Oh my God.
Pay attention to the dog.
Fuck.
Pay attention to the dog. Pay attention to Hassan's right arm.
Oh my God, I can't believe the protesters that are that are protesting against.
Hey, look at Asmund. This is from Asmund Goldstream, okay? So we're looking at his reaction to it. And look at Asmund. He's like, oh, we got you again.
That are protesting.
Where the fuck is the ASPCA when we need them?
Yep. You've been caught zapping your dog again, did you, Hassan?
Yeah, why isn't the dog taken from him? Why?
Yeah, really.
The sheer mechanics of this don't make no goddamn sense.
Snow, what you got to add?
Oh my god, can we have the dog eat the dude?
I hope so. Yeah, Asmund caught his ass too. Bzzz. Anyway.
And of course Hassan's gonna act like a smug asshole about it.
In the story because they said we support Hamas here. I can't believe that they're supporting the Palestinian resistance. How dare they say that? That's unacceptable. Okay, on the other side, the people who were counter-protesting against the protesters were literally fucking counter-protesting.
Guys, no way. No way, you're doing it again.
Hamas flags. That's a literal fucking terrorist organization. That's a terrorist organization.
Oh my God.
A terrorist organization in the state of Israel.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
I will say this. Thank God the dog is still alive because I heard stories he killed the dog.
Yeah, well, that's the good news. But still.
The bad news is that the dog is still under Hassan's non-care.
Yep. And look what Master of the TDS just said. Just put up. He said, I get to use this again. Stupid dog. You made me paid on stream.
Okay, that actually made me laugh a bit.
Oh God!
So that's one bright spot.
Oh God! Are we gonna actually play that meme where the kid makes a wish, and this poor dog gets?
There's Repsian saying that how can anyone defend shocking an animal to stay in place for your streams? And keep in mind, I didn't show this off, but 4 hours later, the dog stayed at the same fucking place. That's a little cruel, don't you think there, Hassan? Oh yeah, that's right, you're a communist. You hate fucking dogs.
He hates humanity too. Why am I not surprised?
Let me try to find the video. I know what I'm talking about.
Oh, look at that! Look at that poor. Look at them. While we're on the subject of the ASPCA, look at this sad eye. Look at her sad eyes. Oh.
Why do I get the feeling Pete is having a hard on over this?
Yeah, really. Unbelievable. So yeah, that is what he sounds like. I'll fucking do it again. Well, old habits are hard to break, eh, you stupid pinko?
Found it.
Okay, where is it?
Hold on, I'm about to post it in. Post it in the thing.
What thing? Newsstand or theater?
I'm gonna post it in newsstand.
All right. I'll be ready for that in a moment. Unbelievable.
There it is.
Good Lord, I need a palate cleanser because between dude and a G-string and animal abuse, I'm about ready to take a cold shower crying in the fetal position.
Oh, Ace Ventura, huh? Ace Ventura style.
Matt? Because I have a feeling this is going to be covering the entire internet yet again.
Please let this be a palate cleanser. Please, for the love of God, please be a palate cleanser.
Not a palate cleanser.
Sorry. All right.
Damn it!
I gave.
Okay, this is what I think. This is what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Look, a shooting star. Bronco, you're changing.
You asshole. Did you not just hear my screams of agony? All you could think about was how I could talk?
Oh, God. This must be Hassan when he was a kid.
Oh, my... Okay, I will admit that actually made me chuckle a bit, so... Okay, you're forgiven for that there, Snow.
Oh, my dear God. And on that note, that's it for the stream today. Woof. That was a long one.
Yeah, not to mention, and the cherry on top was the dude in a fucking G-string at a construction site with fake doctors and a clock.
Forget, I'm talking to you guys after the show.
Yeah, I'm afraid Matthew's gone bye-bye. So with that said, I'll talk to you guys later. Alright, where's my thing? Alright. Oh my God. So yeah, unfortunately Matthew's gone bye-bye, so so are we. We're gonna say a little bye-bye here. Now, let's talk about tomorrow's stream. Because tomorrow's stream, this is probably going to be the last part of RoboCop Rogue City with the DLC Unfinished Business. Because we did a big chunk of it last week, and tomorrow night we're going to finish it off. Now, if we finish early, okay, I'm going to have something else planned. I'm going to have something else planned to fill up the time, okay? So I got just the game that would probably do it for you. It's going to be an old arcade game from back in the day. You'll know it when you see it. But so until then, until we meet up again for tomorrow, yeah, it was a masterpiece in craziness 3.3. But until we meet again for the game stream, the arcade stream tomorrow, God bless you. Take care of yourself. And hey, it's a really nasty world out there, especially nowadays, with all that goddamn fraud. So please be careful out there, and just remember, this industry of ours, we built it. It's not for the tourists, the corpos, or the activists to take. So be sure to gatekeep your tables and gatekeep your hobbies. Good night, everybody. I will see you back tomorrow night.
Good night, ladies.
Good night, sir.
Hit it, sweetheart.